Where is the Flat Earth Society of Australia based?
On the edge.
My favorite thing ever was the
Glory.
Flat
Alive.
Earthers Forum. The Flat Earthers Forum, which is bringing all the Flat Earthers together from around the world.
From around the world.
Brilliant.
My favourite one at the moment, I'm in a Twitter argument with someone that is
Hello.
doing a campaign.
Hello.
Wait, are we live?
We are live.
Okay.
We've been live for like the last 2 minutes.
We'll talk about
So-
my Twitter argument later.
Right. Anyone who is an avid Flat Earth, good for you. Welcome to the channel. Hello, Initiative
Carry on.
League. The time zone, GMT, there you go. Moonbeam. Woohoo. Hey up, Tess.
There's just
evening,
words
all.
coming out of your mouth and I can't figure out what's going on.
I'm
No,
reading
no.
chat. I'm reading chat. Because I've got it on the screen,
okay.
because I'm a good
Hi, chat.
channel host. So yeah, no. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We are a channel that does lots of RPGs as often as we can. Towards the end of last year, we were 5 nights a week, every week. Since we've come back to the new year, we're trying to get back to that. But it turns out they sent some of us back to work and stuff. So, we play Dungeons & Dragons 5th Ed, we play Carbon 2185, and we play Pathfinder, which will be on tomorrow. Tonight, we are playing Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, one of the most recent releases from the old wizards that live on the coast. Rob is our Dungeon Master. This is session 12, so I welcome you all if you are new. Good afternoon. Who just went over that? I know, I've just turned up, Initiative. I've just turned up, alright? Thank you for the shout out on Twitter, by the way, Initiative League. I'll be following you closely. And yeah, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Building a community amongst geeks is legendary. So, we got a couple of sponsors. One, really. Loke Battle Mats. Basically, they sponsor the channel. They are incredible artistic map makers. They make flip books that you have an A3, A4, etc. Pick it up, throw it out on your table, and you've got tundra and grass plains, sewers, magic circles, prison cells, stuff like this. They recently did a Towns and Taverns, which is the more urban side of the maps, and they have just successfully done their Wilderness Kickstarter, which is exactly what it says on the tin, and is lots of wilderness-style maps. They're really, really cool. They also do digital versions of them, so you can use them for things like Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, and other virtual tabletops. Just go to DM's Guild or Drive-Thru. What? One of them. I've got that wrong. Pick one. Find them. Loki Battle Mats. They've got some free maps up there. They've got some pay what you want, and they've also got some fixed pay prices on some of them. But they're really cool. I personally use them for my. They do fantasy, sci-fi, and cyberpunky. More fantasy, but they are doing more and more of the other two. And they are, I use them on my games. Rob will be using Roll20 and the module purchased on Roll20 for Rime of the Frost Maiden. We use Syrinscape for all our background music, which is badass. And if you happen to play online with your friends, do we do American? No, Initiative, because I only have one accent, so it's the north of England. If I try to do other accents, I'll probably get banned on Twitch. So yes.
I'm the American though. It's natural.
The difference between a good and a bad. The difference between a good and a bad accent is a fence.
Yes, made out of wood. So, Syrinscape. We use Syrinscape. It is cool. It is amazing. We've just started using the online player, where all of your party downloads the online player app, and the GM plays, or whoever owns the Syrinscape account, whatever tune they play, ambient music, special effect, goes through, so they can all hear it on their machine, computer, PC, tablet, mobile phone, etc. And enjoy the ambience that your Dungeon Master is trying to create. I, however, will be making sure you guys can hear it on the stream, so please let me know if it's too loud, or if you're expecting it to be a bit louder. Just drop a word in chat. I'll hopefully pick it up and try and adjust. We use Roll20. Oh, if you want to throw 200 bits at this particular session, show, etc., us players get a free reroll. We can only use it in this session. We can't carry it over. We can't use it on the Dungeon Masters. We can't use it on Death Saving Throws. We can only ever have 5 at one time, and you will be have our eternal gratitude if you feel like doing Anything else? Oh, if
Eternal gratitude's not confirmed.
Yeah, it's not. It's also bullshit.
Not assured.
But if you've got a DM's Guild, and we might be able to get the link up, and look for Tasha's Heavier Crock Pot of Bits and Bobs, you will see a D&D source book that some of my beautiful geekies put together, wrote, and artwork full of subclasses, spells. There's 80 spells in it. It's nearly 200 copies sold. It was Copper Best Choice on DM's Guild. It was 8th in Pick of the Week and stuff like that. It's done really well. We're very proud of it. And there's more and more coming to those lovely places that we can buy homebrew stuff. I think that's everything. Is that everything? Mm-hmm.
My next suggestion for the content is Sentient Beards.
Sentient Beards. Wow.
Yeah.
I might do that as a subclass for a barbarian.
Beard barbarian.
Beard barbarian.
Hold that in his beard.
So now I'm going to hand you over to Rob, the GM, who can do a little introduction of what's going on and recap and etc. So, Roberta, all over to you, my good man.
Thank you very much, and welcome back, everyone, for those joining us. Episode 12, isn't it? Are we 12?
It is indeed.
12?
It is indeed.
Episode 12 of Secrets Worth Dying For, our campaign based on the 5e module Rime with the Frost Maiden. A few changes, a few bits have been chopped and changed, so if you're playing the game or picking up the book, there might be a few differences. That's just the way the game goes. Drift a little bit off script, it has been known. A little bit of a catch-up. So, recently, after laying to rest a killer who'd been terrorizing the 10 towns and leading the party on a little bit of an investigation over a course of a few days, they found themselves in East Haven, one of the largest settlements, one famed for its Thieves Guild heritage and fairly strict militia and town guard, where after a few sort of activities in the evening, exploring around, asking questions, they visited a seance, and Elkis, the Goblin Paladin, got a little bit more than he bargained for and made contact with a spirit. They headed out in the morning to their arranged meeting with the town's speaker, Deneth, who offered them a proposal in return for his resource of the town guard investigating apparent Duragar threat in the area and looking to track down their presence in East Haven. The party agreed to take up some of the slack, some of a recent series of problems, a recent problem where there's been some disappearances around the fishing lake, Lake Dannockshire. And if the guards are to do the investigation work and this needs dealing with, and he's agreed to exchange information in return for the party's help in investigating the area. The agreement was made that if the party does successfully investigate and find out what's been causing this disruption, they would have a letter of authority to act around the town to get access to areas for questioning, including Revel's End Prison, some of the guards' records to help them with their trail of investigation work. They've just been led out of the speaker's office with the captain of the guard, Imdra, a half-elven lady, strict and fairly stern and very little patience, and looking at getting the party the information and setting them off in the right direction. And that is where we're going to drop in. You guys are led through into the reception room that you guys were waiting in earlier, where you see the same human female who's kind of rooting through papers, the same one who signed you in, who asked for your names when you first entered. And she kind of looks down and kind of busies herself with the work. And you're led to a table where Imdra pulls out a map of the area and beckons you all to gather around and to pay attention. Right. I'm going to show you this once, so please make a note. I haven't got time to be going over it. I've got places to be, morning routes, morning routines. And she points out to the map and points out where East Haven is and highlights the Lake Dannockshire, which is the lake you guys actually crossed on the way in, the pole penguin sliding incident.
Wait. Drag a chair over. Jump on the chair. Can you show me that again?
Yeah, and you can see Frosthaven. It's the same map. It's the same style of map as the one you guys have. It's just this one's a bit nicely kept and seems to have not been exposed to the elements. And she traces the northern exit route out of East Haven back towards the lake, and it's the route you guys actually took into town. And she traces a path that follows a couple of miles across the easterly shore, and it travels for 2-3 miles, and then there seems to be a cluster of kind of the base of some rocky outcropping, some mountainous area, where the lake kind of bows in on itself a little bit. It's almost like a horseshoe shape. This is where they were meant to be. They took a trawler out before the ice got too bad and they were fishing. We heard reports. Things were going well, difficult. The catches weren't as lucrative. The ice was slowing things down, but at least they were getting something. And then once the ice froze up, people were taking dog sleds out and fishing through the ice. We've had a few sled dogs go missing. A few of the fishermen have been reporting late, and just cause for concern, really. But I don't have the manpower to spare with the recent activity of the Brotherhood, and if what you guys say is true around this dwarven threat, we can't be spending the resource investigating. But I understand you've made a deal.
Yep.
So the way I see it, if you can head out here, investigate, bring back any information, anything, what's causing these disappearances, what's been attacking the sled dogs. Proof would be ideal, but we don't want to be dragging more bodies out of the caves and mountains if we can help it. So
We'll find what we can find.
Don't
But we won't
be
come
heroes.
empty-handed.
Don't stretch past your means. It's a bit of recon. Leave the heavy lifting to the guards. We just want to know what's going on out there. Report back. I'm sure even you can manage that, right?
Recon I can handle, yes.
Celine just kind of like snuffs when he mentions like leave the heavy lifting to the guards.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure even us can manage that. Thank you for your faith in us.
I might be too small to see them over the snowdrifts.
I just look down at Elkis sarcastically going, as they are so far bested everything more than we have.
If you mind, I have business to attend to, rounds to make, so
no doubt.
I can escort you out. She kind of beckons the door and opens the door expectantly.
Thanking you.
Yes.
And you're all led into the large foyered area with the kind of tapestries and the artwork of the sort of town's history, and then led to the guarded double doors, ornate doors that you came into. And once more, you are escorted out with a firm slam of door behind you as you are led to the streets, and you are back out in the main street of East Haven.
So, what's the plan?
I didn't look at the map very much, so I'll follow yous.
We need to head back to the lake that Adri belly slid across.
Penguin Lake, yep.
Yeah.
It was questionable. Yeah, stocking up would probably be the best option. Get some provisions.
What are you missing? Where are the bears?
Oh, they're long gone.
They're back at the...
You left them tethered up in Targus about 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Well, we did ask somebody to take care of them.
10 sessions ago.
Good.
Gentle Steps ran past somebody and yelled at them, look after those guys.
Tegan?
It was poetic.
Or
Keegan.
Oh. Tegan, yeah, or Keegan or Garrett.
Keegan.
Yeah, they'll look after it.
Yeah,
Or
one
they'll
of us.
feed it, or they'll
be fine.
Fed to it.
I'm also sure these heavy bears on a thin ice lake is not going to be... Like, I don't think they'll be that useful.
What are you trying to say?
It'd be less ideal.
I mean, we can
You're
sell
not a
them
bear.
for some coin.
Your head, not gentle steps, like all Goliaths.
What?
You're bald, aren't you, Gentle Steps?
Yeah, bald, smooth,
Apart
like,
from the
like all Goliaths.
massive beard and the huge mohawk.
can't have hair.
I do wonder
real?
what he can store in that beard.
It's real? I thought it was like
Start going
The
towards the
knit-
beard.
I thought it was like the knitted beards.
Have you ever knit, Elkus?
Well, look, you can take
I've
it
never
off.
knitted.
Braided.
It's actually
I never learnt-
the pubic
Braided
hair
beard.
of a walrus.
I mean, that's accurate. Yeah, makes
The
sense.
merkin of a walrus.
Walrus Americans. Now
Right,
have-
where is the
where-
best place to buy
Coming soon
provisions?
to merch
Yes,
store
yes.
near you.
Leo just
Heavyweight
dragging
game- Heavyweight gaming walrus pubes.
You start doing t-shirts.
Trademarks.
I just want a picture of Gentle Steps with the merkin of a walrus across it,
It'll just be a naked walrus on his face.
with no pubes.
With no pubes.
Jesus, we made it.
Oh, it's half an hour in.
That's gentle steps
Still
next
trying to
second side.
grasp everything
Any
here.
new
Hold
people
on.
to the channel, we do apologize.
I can hear the cease and desist coming through the internet.
Shopping. Well, shopping. We're going shopping.
Yes,
Do we
we're
have
going
money?
shopping.
Do we have money?
We have money.
Who has money? When did we get money?
I
We have
got.
money.
I don't have much money. Nobody's divvied out any money to me.
No, because we don't trust anyone with it.
Pretty sure that I was holding on to the cash, wasn't I?
Oh.
Of all the
Yes.
people, you give me the money. Okay, that's. I mean, that's.
No,
fine.
you
I'm
just didn't give it to anyone else.
Well, that's gone on booze then.
Yeah, that's the other side of a
Somebody-
bar. Brilliant.
Where's the
That's
nearest
not
shop?
Yeah, I don't have my glasses
guaranteed.
on.
Can we see a shop?
I
Can we
just
ask for a shop?
pat my pouch of gold.
I know I have it written here.
Celine would know
Wow.
where a shop is. She lives here.
Yes.
Ah, yeah.
You
Sleep,
are
where's the shop?
aware.
I do.
You're aware of a number of general stores. There is a blacksmith as well. What sort of shop is it you're looking for?
Somewhere where we can buy provisions, top up on
Oh.
any ammunition that people might need. So ration packs, that sort of stuff.
How much, like, who's got, like, the money for all of us? How much do we have?
For all of you to assume it's for all of you?
3 silver.
It will be if it's not.
Yeah.
It will be soon.
It has been converted to liquid assets.
Oh, it's equipment.
It's whiskey then, is what they're telling me.
What
We
do I
have
have here?
40 gold's worth of whiskey.
Damn it.
D&D, that's a lot of booze.
You know,
So
I had
you-
it actually written in D&D Beyond. I did have it written and it's gone.
So we've given the gold to
I
the person that hasn't
kid
made
you
the
not.
vote.
That old
The
chestnut.
gold
Yeah.
that we, yeah.
Damn, I had thousands of gold written down, but somebody's gone into my
It's
account,
gone.
into
It's
my
gone.
character and deleted it without my knowledge.
That's Celine talking. I don't know where it's gone. I've got no idea.
No, the gold is with me. I'm just looking at how much we have because we have a decent amount.
I thought we
I
had-
know we
Yeah,
had
no,
like a
five
couple of
and a half.
hundred.
A couple of
More than
hundred.
that.
Yeah.
I
Platinum.
want some armor.
Couple of
Got
hundred
a couple
platinum.
of hundred gold between the party.
Platinum? We didn't have any gold, it was platinum.
We had 0 platinum because platinum is
gold. And
ridiculous.
We had
Gold.
silver and gems, and we all have our gems, so that's fine.
Do we?
Gems? What?
Well,
What is this
Elkis, I
about?
did give Elkis cash at some stage.
I didn't get any cash, I have no cash.
5 silver.
I've never
Oh,
seen a gold.
I've got 5 silver.
You have
So,
5 silver.
We are
I don't know
10
why.
sessions in and skin. Right, is what you're saying?
Yes.
We haven't
Nobody-
spent any money.
So many
And I
I,
want
notes.
nice armor.
I like to just take you back about 3
I have
months.
a box
later.
of gems.
Write stuff down.
I am. Look, see, I just can't find it because there's just so
I have-
much.
I have a
Post-it
box of gems. We can trade gems.
I just
Um,
want to know if we have enough that I can have from the party funds and then repay in turn
There are
money
no
for some
party
studded leather
funds.
armor because I want
Can I
studded
look
leather
in
armor.
my box? Can I look in my box of gems and see what's in there?
Yeah, if you wrote down what was in there.
I never checked. It was a box of gems.
No, you did check because you distribute them out amongst the party.
Yes, we all
I
have
got a
gem.
blue one.
Damn. I have a box of gems.
I have a blue gem, I don't think I ever found out what it was.
So, Celine, what
You
sort
said
of shop? What,
pistachios. I'm sorry.
Celine, focus.
I heard
She's
somebody
put
say dates
laugh-
of pistachios. I need to go eat quickly.
Follow
We
that
want-
trader.
We
Find
want
that man.
a date and
Need
pistachio
to stock
shop.
up, okay?
So you are aware of there's a fair few stores that each provide different things. There's a general store. There's kind of mountaineering shops. There's a blacksmith. Depending on what you're looking for, you may know somewhere, you may not. So what sort of stuff are you after?
Studded leather armor.
Well, I'd say general store for basic potions of healing, but I don't think I can afford any because I appear to have
Misplaced
got
my
amnesia.
gems.
I believe it was 2 blue.
I know that I got a blue one. I think Adri got a red one.
There's a green one as well, wasn't there? Red and
I have
red.
the black one, don't I?
And Gentle Steps didn't take any, I don't think.
Yeah. I just
So
have to
there's
know.
black, a red, a blue. So I think I've got a green.
Oh,
Black.
we have 7 gold and 12 silver.
I'm pretty sure we had a
It's
lot
like
more
every-
than that.
It's like every time you.
Somebody else might be
It's like-
carrying it. We got like 20 something gold at one point.
That's what you
somewhere.
have. I think that's what Celine has.
Yeah, probably.
I'll point out you guys
shit, we lost all of
the
our gold.
worst. You guys the worst mercenaries ever. I think
It's our money.
Look, I had
taken-
a
Where's our
rough
money
time.
it's
I
taken you
was in a
40
freaking
hours to even.
avalanche.
It's taking you about 40 hours to even consider payment for anything you've done.
I'm on a mission from Goddess.
And I fulfilled
Which
my,
goddess?
fulfilled my job to
Saluna.
Elkis for 3 gold.
Not
Yeah.
salute.
Gentle Steps has been working this whole time.
No, I'm like 4
He's racking up a bill.
Gentle Steps is minted.
I just bought a flying
I
car.
An invoice. At the end of the campaign, Elkis is going to get an invoice from Gentle Steps. So.
I've got like 4 kilos of sugar dates and pistachios.
So Alkis, you got
yes.
I'm
October.
pistachio rich, but money
In
poor.
the box of gems, if I remember, were 2 green ones, a red one. No, 2 blue ones, a green,
2
a
blue
red,
ones.
and a black.
Right.
I have a blue one. I
Yep,
would like to
so
get
you
it
too.
valued. Is there
Yeah,
someone who
check.
can do that?
Green, blue, black, and red. I think
So
I have
which-
the black one.
You had the black one, so that's gone.
I had a blue one. Adri had a
Adri-
red one.
Adri had
You've
a
got a
red
blue one and a green one left.
Okay. Boom. Sorted.
It only took us 10 minutes.
We still don't know how much money we've got. We know what gems we have.
No one give me any. I've got my gold.
Vale, how
I
much
just
is
want-
a studded leather armor?
From my experience, I'd say it's between 40 and 50 gold, if memory serves.
I
But
give.
But if we
Uh,
don't have...
It's
That's not
45.
happening.
How
Yeah, I
much-
know. I
DM,
was trying not to go. 45 gold.
Vale,
DM,
how,
can I
much, how much do you have,
Sorry.
Vale?
I know this because this is how much I paid for my studded leather.
Yeah.
How much do
I
you
have-
have?
I have about 7 gold and whatever this gem is worth.
I give Vale 50 gold pieces.
Thanks. Where did
Get
that
50
come
gold
from?
pieces.
That's a hefty amount of money.
Maybe that's where all the cash was. The
I,
last thing I got was, yeah.
DM, I'd like
Uh,
to find a shop that might be willing to deal or broker gems.
Are we actually going to sell those gems?
You are aware of the smithy, Celine, is kind of ran by mountain dwarves, and they're part of the mining expeditions up north as well. So they kind of collect ores and valuable minerals in order to kind of supply themselves with raw materials in which to do their craft and produce metalworks. Other than those guys, you don't know anywhere else that kind of, you've not really, jewels aren't really something traded around. It's a fairly poor area, and there's not a lot of luxurious kind of jewelry and things. Most jewels that you're aware of are usually used for ceremonial things or enchantments, and they're rare. But you're aware of a bunch of dwarves who run this smithy, who have connections to miners and the mining industry. They may know stuff about gems.
Are they likely to deal in leather armor as well? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I found the gold.
Aha.
Hey. And thank you, Gentle Steps, for
So
this,
the
this
two
gift.
the two places that Celine will know about is the smithy. You're not sure who runs it. It's not someone you necessarily are aware of, like you're close to. You might recognize them by face, but it's not somewhere that you frequent it often. And there is a general store. The general store you have been to before. It's run by a gentleman called Folurim. Folurim. Also a dwarf. And the general store covers pretty much everything that's not kind of stone, iron, and metalwork. So you're aware they do things like archery equipment. They do things like cold weather equipment, camping equipment.
Yes, that stuff.
Between the two, they're probably your best bets.
I'd be more organised than I thought. In my box of gems currently is 1 green, 1 black, 1 red, and 1 blue left.
You gave some out and you kept a few, I'm sure.
I did. There's 4 left in it. I marked it on D&D Beyond. It just didn't show it from the list page.
Okay.
But here's what we have in the group. We have, from whatever fight this was, 24 gold and 17 silver. That's the only thing I have written on here.
Are we learning a lesson to monitor this stuff?
We're really bad at getting paid. Yeah, I'd like to go to the blacksmith and see if they'll be willing to buy a couple of gems.
Okay.
Are we actually selling these gems?
So
What if we need them?
We need money.
I know,
need
but
money.
still,
Why are we gonna need gems?
I suppose.
It's worth finding out how much they'll give, at least. If it's like piss all, then we might not sell them, but if they're worth something.
I don't even know how big they are or anything. I just know that I've got 4 gems left.
They fit in your hand. They're not like bit. They're like.
Wait, do they fit in Elquis' hand or normal hand?
You could. The collection you have, Elkis, all of them would fit in like a cupped hand. They're kind of almost
like
gems that would
like necklace.
Yeah,
gems
necklace or
type.
ring size. I will also point out they're not cut.
Yes.
Okay.
They're not cut.
Would I know if I know I keep bringing it up, but I want to buy it now I have the money. Would either of these stores be likely to sell any kind of leather armor with studs on?
The general store may. You'd have to go and inquire. Celine, you would know that they have bits of armor in there, but
Just a case of what they've got in.
well, in because of the militia and the standing militia within East Haven, a lot of military equipment or combat equipment is usually quickly requisitioned by the standing guard, because they're being put in harm's way, so they tend to hoover it up and keep hold of it. But there may be some you don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I'd like to head to the blacksmith first then.
Okay, so
We'll head there together, I guess.
Cool.
15-20 minute walk to the south side of town, and you kind of see the market street, if you like, kind of open up into like a almost like the path widens and almost like an enclave, and there's kind of a selection of traders. There's a kind of selection of traders, and you hear it before you get there. You can hear kind of the ting 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 of hammer and anvil going. You can hear kind of a few low chuckles and laughs at someone's expense, and as you press the corner, you do see a handful of dwarves, all seem to be in various states of work, and it's that kind of sulphurous blacksmithy smoke you can see billowing up into the sky, and it seems to be a mixture of a kind of a smelting area where they're kind of preparing ingots and ores and preparing them for metalworking, and then the metalworking itself, and they're all kind of, despite the furnaces, they're all fairly wrapped up. They're kind of humming songs between themselves and laughing and joking. It seems to be kind of getting stuck into their work.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
One of them's kind of sat at not quite a table, it's like kind of sat almost like a counter, if you like. He kind of catches your attention and looks up and, yeah, who goes there?
Me.
And us.
Okay. And yeah, us, sorry.
We're looking to buy some wares.
Yeah, yeah, we'd like some stuff, and got some gems to appraise or trade. Yeah.
Price first. Let's see.
What is it?
I get
What is it you're looking for?
Well, first, if you wouldn't mind looking at these, I get out of the box, open it up, and show him the 4 gems that I currently have. Blue, green,
okay.
black, and red, I believe. Green, black, red, blue. Yep.
Less out a soft chuckle. You've been trading with some of the miners, have you?
You could say that.
And he pulls a small kind of leather pouch from under the desk and opens it up. It kind of unrolls, and there's a selection of kind of tools and eye lenses and almost like an appraisal kit, if you like, and pulls out an eye lens and picks one of them up and examines it, and it's kind of up against his eye, and these from the mines up north past the cairn. Someone's been trading with the dwarves, it seems. What are you looking to sell or trade?
We did some favor.
You looking to sell or trade?
Depends on the value.
Yeah.
I mean,
what are we looking at?
Just remind me, LK or Tony, remind me what you've got in the box.
1 green, 1 black, 1 red, 1 blue.
Those 3 coloured ones there. The green and blue one. Give you 10 gold each for. The red 50. Black one's got no value to us. We keep finding bits of it. It's not precious. Doesn't sit well. Doesn't cut well. No interest in that, I'm afraid. But 70 gold pieces for the other 3.
Elaine's gonna pluck the black one really quick and just kind of look at it and see if we missed it. Is this Shardlin?
Yeah, it is.
It is. All right.
You know, at the top, you haven't looked at it since you know what Shardlin is and looks like.
How much if we trade? Would you be willing to stick a bit extra on?
That's what you're trading for, little one.
I just need to have a quick word with my party. I'll be back in 2 secs.
Take your time.
Thank
He
you.
just kind of leans back on his stool, kind of rocks a little bit, like 1 foot on the ground, and just kind of looks. He does look like he's got all the time in the world. He looks very much unrushed.
Cool. Guys, I know these are a shared resource for our dealings, but would you mind if I can get some heavier armor for them?
You go for it. I don't have a problem with it.
I'm hoping he's got a some chainmail or something like that in, which would make me a bit hardier on the road.
Mm.
Do you get
Sounds
it
like
cheaper?
a good idea.
Well, I hadn't asked how much the chainmail would be just yet, but
I've got this this blue gem as well that you gave me that I'll throw in if you need it. I know it's probably only going to be worth another 10, but
I'm hoping I won't need it.
You can sell mine as well. I don't mind.
I was hoping enough to get enough for some splint, but I don't think I'm going to get close to that.
how much do you need?
Rob,
I don't know.
Rob, I'm the, sorry, okay. So I'm the merchant, yeah, that pops in and out of the 10 towns for the tribe, etc., etc. Do I have any, I don't know, inventory price list bopping around in the old mine, or you know, or I just trading in furs? Give me food for furs.
Metalwork. You're not really. The tribes and the places you've come to tend to look at hide armor, leather armor, archery equipment, kind of natural resource made material rather than metalworks.
Cool.
So you would know kind of the value of hides, clubs, wooden materials, that sort of stuff. But the blacksmithy stuff isn't really your area.
Cool.
Right.
The other stuff you would know though for trading wise, but yeah, not this stuff, I'm afraid.
Not a problem.
I'll go back to the guy and say, I'm kind of after some splint mail.
All right.
I know I'm a bit small, so I'm hoping it'd be cheaper than say splint mail from my big friend here.
A lot of the splint gets picked up by the guard. Let me see if we've got much. We've got anything in, and he kind of leans
special
back.
for like a lord's child.
And he kind of leans back in the chair and shouts over, "Oi, Vorman! Oi!" And he's kind of almost like a little bit tall for a dwarf. You can see he has to like ducks around a doorway. And you can see he's got really frizzy grey hair that's been like pulled back, wrapped up in what appears to be like a what's the creature? Like a deer, like a
skin.
like a moose or a hide. Like it's like that patterned brown pattern, like pulled over his shoulders, and he's got big thick arms underneath, and kind of leads around the corner, hammer still in hand. Yeah, what are you looking for? And he hands him points out to these gems here. Got some traders. You have a look if you've got any splint. All right, give me a minute. And he vanishes. Back in a second. Anything else I can look at for you while we're checking into that for you?
Not for me.
How about the rest of you?
I know it looks like you obviously primarily deal in metal armors and weapons, etc. But you wouldn't, by chance, have any leather armor, any studded leather armor in?
Not here, I'm afraid, miss. Your best bet is check the general stores, adventuring stores.
All right. Thank you.
Just metal work, I'm afraid.
No worries.
We can stud leather armor for you, but
how much would that cost?
Do you have the leathers to stud?
I'll just point to what I'm wearing.
Probably take us a day, but we can do that about 20 gold pieces for you.
I don't think we have a day. We're off out today, in fact. There's no way that you could rush it if I was to pay a bit extra.
Even putting it a priority, it's still going to take a few hours.
I have studded leather if you want like a studded leather boob tube.
Could you alter this studded leather and make it fit me in maybe an hour?
Make a persuasion check.
I'll assist if I can.
You can use my current leather armor. I just need it sort of attaching together because he's quite small and I am a bit taller.
To make goblin-sized arm, this is to persuade him to try and change Elkis-sized studded armor into Vale-sized studded armor in an hour.
In an hour, yeah. But you can use my leather armor if you need.
As a base.
Yeah. 18 plus 5, 23.
2 hours at the max. We can resize that for you.
Just gonna turn back to the group and just say, do you think we have the time before we go?
I think we should be fine.
That's if I get my splint, because if not, I'll be naked.
Okay. Yeah. That depends on whether you've got the splint for my friend.
You wear a disembodied voice from around the corner. Got last set of splint.
Cool.
One
Would you
set.
be...
It's been earmarked by some of the town guard, but they've not paid the deposit on it yet, so do with what you will. And he wanders off back towards the forge area, leaves you with the proprietor.
So, would you be willing to accept 2 blue, 1 green, 2 red gems, and the cost of the leather armor for the leather and splint?
So, let me have a look. I mean, leather armor, we have a lot to be. Give you 7 gold for the leather armor.
Well, the cost of doing the leather armor.
I'm going to turn to
a small package.
And how many gems were you wanting to put towards that?
Altogether, we have 2 blue, 1 green, 2 red. So we have
130
golds worth.
I'm going to turn to Gentle Steps and say, would you mind if obviously my studded leather isn't going to cost as much as I thought it would because we're repurposing Elkis's if they have the splint. Would you mind if I put the extra towards Elkis's armor instead? So we can get this all done?
As long as your armor's still up to scratch, yes.
Thank you. So Elkis, if you need the extra, I can offer up to 50 gold.
Just make sure it's just as protective veil as a brand new standard studded leather. They're blacksmiths working with leather. I'm sure you are sure you'll be fine.
How much was studded armor? Or upgrade?
To resize that one, 5 gold for the resize. Take that studded leather and resize it for this one here.
Oh, cool. So
No, I'm talking about an upgrade for mine.
What are you wearing currently?
I'm wearing chainmail. I think. Leatherworkers, martial symbol. Heavy armor, it says light armor, but I made all this armor stuff before I knew what the heck I was doing.
So chainmail.
But otherwise, I have like chainmail sewn into her leather armor.
Does it say on your equipment? It will say what you're actually wearing.
Chain mail is heavy. Chain shirt is medium.
Yeah,
So
for a fighter, it's heavy armor, light armor, medium armor, shields.
You can wear anything as a fighter. It's just what are you actually
D&D
currently
Beyond,
wearing?
it will say under your equipment, it will have actually what you've got.
Let's see.
I'll put it. Moshe's looking.
Yeah, chainmail.
Okay, so chainmail is very different construction to studded leather. There'd be no real way of turning one to the other.
How much does new studded leather cost? Like a whole new set, piece by piece. Just so I know for the future.
Why?
Again, we're not really the ones we can stud existing leather, but we haven't got any studded leather here. You're best off checking the general store. Again, we only deal in the metalwork.
All right.
Why would you need it, Tilly?
You there, the little one. We can do.
It's heavy, this stuff.
Tell you what, we can do this. The splint usually goes for around 200 gold, and the resize for the studded's another 5. So, you've what?
We have 180.
You take the splint, we'll throw in the resize in free of charge, but 200 for the lot.
I'll just pass some 20 gold out of what Gentle Steps gave to me.
I've only got 130 with the.
Oh, with the 50, it's 80.
Yeah.
Well, we have 25 gold in the group thing that I have written down, but there's probably more.
We'll take the 20 from that then, and then.
Are you sure? I don't want to spend our entire kitty on.
Fine, I have 7 of my own gold. I can afford a few bits and
I'm sure
pieces.
we've both got a few extra gold.
If you
like on our
die,
pay.
Elkis, we'll wish we'll have spent the money. So just take it.
Okay. Would you accept 190?
You saying that to me or to him?
Well, if you answer, Rob, that's a little bit meta.
make a persuasion check.
Can I help him on that, as I'm proficient by looking very nice with my eyelashes?
If you come up with a better way of trying to persuade him, I might let.
I'll just say we are heading out to do something on behalf of the town guard. We've been employed by the town speaker to do something quite important. That's why we're here to spend what money we have to protect ourselves for this journey that we're about to take.
Okay, you can have the advantage. And we'll see we'll see what he feels about the town guard.
Yeah.
Help the town guard, them bunch of pricks.
Yeah, they didn't pay their deposit.
16.
Bastard.
Look, it's bad enough that we can't make ends meet with the damn cold. Times are tough. We're not getting as much from the mines. With 200's fair. You're already getting the resize for nothing.
Yeah, fair enough. Say no more. I'll hand the gems and the 200 over.
So
we're minusing 20 gold from the pot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is 2 ruby gems, 3 other gems, and 70 gold.
70 gold, yeah.
We've lost everything except for the black shardling gems.
So mark that down as you no longer have them. You hand over your studded leather.
I do.
To Elkis.
Yep.
And he takes it. Right. Back in a second. I'll get the takes it into this little room and come. You hear him shouting across the courtyard in Dwarvish to one of the workers who heads over, and he hands the studded leather over. And then he brings a kind of a bundle. It's almost like a canvas bundle that's held together, and kind of lifts it up, and there's this metallic like chink as it drops onto the counter. I think this should fit someone of your frame.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
And 2 hours, did you say, we'll be back in for the resized armor?
Fine. I can have it done in a couple of hours for sure.
Thank you.
And in the canvas wrap is a set of splint armor.
Awesome. I am going to run around the corner. I've already stripped off my leather in front of everyone.
It's
So
almost like you know, like Roman armor, where it's like the skirt and the breastplate and the arms.
Yeah.
And it's this kind of heavy, thick saddle leather that's then got metal plates on the inside riveted through to it. So you've got this pattern of rivets coming through that kind of spiral round, hiding these metal plates down the inside that provide the protection. And it
Awesome.
kind of, you've got a breastplate kind of comes down to your knees, and then there's the braces that go with it.
I'll strip off my studded leather, down to my crop top and the pants, and start putting on my splint. Someone give me a hand.
It's pretty
Yeah,
pretty
I'll
nice.
give you a
like
hand, Alquist.
Thank
the
you.
Well dressed,
leather is
Alquist.
the stitching in the leather is well done. The plates are all the rivets uniform. It's all polished and cleaned. It fits really well. The craftsmanship is maybe not top shelf, but it's up there for sure. And it certainly kind of the mobility's there, and you feel kind of the weight of it feels good.
Awesome.
I'll also see what I can get for my old leather in the general store. Little ladder, maybe 5 gold or so back to the party funds.
Are you not handing over your old leather to be stitched into the studded leather?
I thought it was
He's just
no, it's
resi-
just
no,
resizing.
he can
Okay.
yeah, it's a resize small
Fair enough.
studded stuff.
Question for the group: what kind of like in D&D, what kind of upgrades does like chainmail have?
Plate
Half
armor.
plate.
So
Huh?
chainmail,
Plate armor.
chainmail, splint is up from chainmail, and then plate
Plate
is staying
armor.
in heavy.
I've not heard splint before. That's why I'm like, what is that? Yeah.
That's
So
what
in,
Elkis is just for.
in terms of heavy, it goes ring, chain, splint, plate.
Okay.
Plate armor.
You can get half plate and then
Yep.
full plate though.
Half plate is
Plate.
medium.
Plate
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah,
All right, whatever.
I'm just thinking for a fighter, it'll be better to have her in studded because of the
So you have
flexibility.
You have two choices of fighter. You either go dexterity focused with finesse weapons and light weapons, and
Yeah.
you stick to armor that doesn't give you a dex cap, and then you use your high dex as your protection, or you go the opposite way and you just wear as much steel bolted to your body as humanly possible and
Plate
go
armor.
full plate.
Plate armor might be the way to go. I have to check what in the world I even chose last.
Plate
time.
armor is not cheap either.
No, plate armor's
very,
not
very,
cheap.
that's why I
very
wasn't.
protective.
That's why I wasn't looking for plate. Splint is good though.
So with
I'll
with
look at
armor,
split later.
with armor, certain armor will limit how much of your dexterity counts towards your AC.
Yeah.
So just be careful when we can have a talk about it after, but
Yeah.
just be
Yeah.
careful about where your limitations are. And as you probably wear from Elkis, certain armors also give you disadvantage on stealth checks.
I didn't want to save because that was kind of meta-ing, but yeah.
All right, you're aware that
Tell
certain
me everything.
armor,
I know nothing.
It's very loud.
armor can make
Clang,
armor,
clang,
armor
clang.
can make you louder. It's
Just
hard
so-
to move quietly
yeah.
and play.
Didn't we picked up a nice set from the Dragonborn? Where's that?
You have a breastplate.
It's breastplate,
from
yeah.
Sawdust.
Okay. What
That
did we
is
ever get
a-
that looked at?
Nope.
No.
Well, we better do that now.
Excuse
Yep.
me, Mr. Dwarf.
Before you
As
disappear.
he's just got halfway across the yard.
Yeah.
and bid you
Drag
good
it
day.
back.
Sorry, 1 second.
It's a look of mild annoyance as he kind of wanders back.
Oh God, what do you want now?
Yes.
It might be interesting for you. I'm sorry to pull you back. But we actually have just remembered we picked up this breastplate from a friend of ours as again payment for services a little while ago. Would you mind just taking a look and see if you've seen anything like it before?
It was a family heirloom, if I recall.
Yeah.
Have a look, certainly. And flops on the table. You guys, it's like almost silvered. It's compared to the stuff you guys are wearing, especially like the hides and the various mix matched of either tribal, goblin, or like hide and leathers and furs. This is nice. It's almost not quite mirrored, but it's getting up there.
He's
It has
going to be
this-
like, you've pulled together 200 gold out your arseholes to pay
And
for
it
this
has-
armor, and you've just given me this.
and it has like the ornate dragon inscribings on it and the runes across the top. Oh, where'd you find this? This is you're right. This craftsmanship's not from these parts. Looks elven.
It was from a friend of ours from, was it Kerkonig? We knew Travis in. Yeah, he gave it to us. He no longer had use for it.
I don't think you can fit into it anymore, that's why.
You've got a good friend.
I
who's
thought you took
handing
an arrow to
over-
the knee.
Yeah.
If he's handing over equipment like this, it looks inscribed, looks enchanted even.
I did ask if I could wear it, and the party wouldn't let me have it.
I don't think it
No.
would fit you, Elkis.
Yeah, that's why. Because
Like it would be a shield.
I thought
I
Magic
literally-
Armor resized magically.
Because Celine
Looking
took
to-
the thing and put it onto Elkis, and I was like, yeah, no. Because it was like the entire body of Elkis.
Are you looking to trade or sell, or sorry, what is I can help you with on this?
More just if we were just wondering if you'd seen anything like it before, and if you would have any insight as to if it is enchanted and what it might do, and any history that you might be able to give us on it as well, just to give us a clue of what it is.
From the tooling and the engraving, see all the swirls and fanciness. That's not dwarven. That looks elven. They put all these pretty bits on for the sake of it, it seems. But I don't think.
Can this be resized?
Yeah, could it be resized to fit my elven friend here?
It's sized for a normal. It would fit any of you bar Elkis.
Okay,
Okay.
so Celine, I think we just found your armor.
Epic.
I mean, it looks elven. See here, he points to the rooms. These usually sites of enchantment or special characteristics of this sort of plate. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a solid made breastplate. It'll stop a few things, keep you safe, but
Good.
I'd hazard a guess and say it's enchanted, yeah?
Good, sir. I haven't been home in a while here. Can you point me back to where somebody that can actually read these enchantments is around? I can't recall.
Do any of you read Draconic?
Me.
Then you can read it. And we've had this.
Hey.
We've already in a previous episode.
We
I have
did. That's right.
we did,
Yeah, I wrote it down somewhere.
tell you.
Draconic Elvish. Yeah.
So if you
Just
bear
read
with
it
me,
again,
I
Celine.
will.
Read it again.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
No,
and I
that's
This is
will-
like
another-
this is
that's
like
in
a
another
story
book.
so far best of episode, I think.
That's in
So
another book.
the runes across the top are in a almost like broken dialect of Draconic. It's almost like a bad translation, as in someone's tried to spell out something in Draconic, but probably isn't a native speaker. And the runes across the top tell briefly of the battle against ancient dragons, and the armor appears to be enchanted with a warning enchantment or a alert enchantment.
Warning or alert enchantment.
Maybe if you wear it for a bit,
It
Celine,
starts
it might,
glowing when something is nearby. That's right.
maybe if you wear it for a bit, Celine, it might become clear as to what it can
Yeah.
do.
Make a
That's so.
No, Rob actually had it written down. It glows when something specific was nearby, and I have to find those notes.
you can either find the notes or you can roll a knowledge wisdom check, and we can see.
Fine, I'll roll a
what you
wisdom
come
check just for fun. Because I want to roll
Celine,
dice.
We're doing a
So
hands
you're
up
not-
system now.
We don't play this game for fun.
What's up, Padre?
Fun. Just so you know, I can read everything
Yeah.
without any issues. Literally everything. So can I literally just read it and go, what's up against this?
You can read the runes on the runes tell of like almost like a myth. It's almost like a poetic tale of a battle with a dragon. It doesn't just say this does this. It's not an instruction manual inscribed on the front of it. But you could probably make an Arcana check. Celine would have to just make a straight Wisdom check, just to kind of
Put it on and see what happens in an hour or two.
Wear this
I'm sure you'll
armor
get
for
used to
1
it.
hour and all will become clear. Spend an hour looking at this armor.
I reckon if I wear the armor for an hour, it'll start to fit.
21.
Okay, so you spend a moment and you between putting the story and looking at some of the more magical attunement and just a bit more of an understanding of kind of how magic and enchants work. You will know it's a breastplate of warning, specifically of dragon's warning. It is a breastplate, magical breastplate that is
Magical
crafted
breastplate.
toward warn against dragons. If a dragon is within 120 foot of anyone wearing the armor,
Would I know if it's specifically dragons or those of dragon ilk?
draconic
120 feet.
ilk.
If it helps.
So literally any dragonborn, it'll start to glow.
Anything draconic.
I relay the information of if it's dragony, it's gonna glow. There you go.
It's
How many
dragony, my
days
bones will
have been in
glow.
Saturn,
Fantastic.
Does that mean when our friend wore it, he always glowed?
Ooh, yes.
Because theoretically, it should have actually been glowing while it was handed over.
It
Maybe
should
it
have.
was. Maybe we just don't remember.
Wasn't been worn.
Oh, so it has to be worn.
You have
Okay.
to, yes.
All right.
That's what I've
And
heard
as a-
about such magic items.
And as a
You're going the wrong way. Can't go that way. You're wrong way. Oh shit, we're gonna get shut down.
Close. Yay.
Thank you, Mr. Dwarf. I think we're done here. If we can head on, we'll come back for the lever. And Celine, just put it on for a bit, and we'll go shopping.
Yeah, she'll just kind of move her cloak a
you are
second
going to
and
be
pass it to Elkis.
stonky.
I remove my gigantic
I
fluff
want
of
some
cloak.
studded leather or chainmail, breastplate, great.
Breastplate.
Magical breastplate.
So are you still wearing your? I don't think you can wear chain and breastplate. It's one or the
studded
other.
leather.
Isn't it?
Armor.
Piece of armor.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
What am I supposed to do now?
You
Take
have
one
to
off,
remove
one
your
on?
scale mail to put the breastplate on.
My chainmail, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Take that off, put breastplate on.
Yeah. How long does that take?
Just get naked,
We'll
Celine.
out.
Don't
10
question it.
We'll help.
10,
Okay.
15 minutes. 5 if you got someone helping.
What about two?
I'm gonna hold my cloak up
Right,
to
for the
try and cover
sake
it.
for the sake of AD sanity, we'll assume you managed to get dressed
Some
without too
time
much of a problem.
passes.
No. This is the
this
tradition. This is the tradition
are
now
wearing-
of right with the Frost
that we're
Maiden.
getting dressed.
We talk about
have-
getting dressed.
You have now where you had the sort of chain before that kind of
I hate
it
notes.
was uncomfortable, it kind of draped off and the weight wasn't particularly good. This feels a lot better, it kind of fits better, you feel a little bit more agile, and it's pretty damn, pretty looking. It's this almost mirrored silver engraved breastplate, and then you kind of furs and stuff back over and kind of framing it. Looks pretty snazzy.
I can't believe he
Somebody
didn't let
needs
us
to help
roleplay
me
the
after
stripping.
how to change this on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I got you, don't worry.
Sweet.
Right. Is there anything you'd like to do in the 2 hours before the armor is ready?
Go
I-
to
Pistachios
the
and figs.
Pistachio,
Go
salted
pistachios and
salted
figs.
dates and pistachios.
Go
That was
to
it. Dates and
general
pistachios.
Sugar
General store.
Amazing.
General
comedy.
store.
You find the general store without a huge amount of problems. It's certainly not as grand or as workmanshipy as the smithy. You don't see any signs of any craftsmen or anything like that. It appears just to be a trading store that brings stuff from elsewhere. And you're greeted by probably the oldest dwarf you've probably seen ever.
Long beard.
Like to his knees level of long beard, but it's patchy and it's grey and wiry. It's seen better days, but he's hanging on to it. It's refusing to let go. It's almost down to the knees. The hair is kind of bald on top, but then long hair down the sides and back. Like nothing on the top, and it just straight down. And kind of open as you enter, he's kind of picks himself up and hobbles a couple over there. Yes. Customers, we haven't had those in some time. And what brings you eccentric collection of folk in this morning?
Not necessarily looking to buy. Maybe my friends are, but I would like to sell this this piece of leather armor that I have no longer used for. If you're interested in buying it,
let old Grumley have a look. Bring it over to the counter, would you?
I'll put it on the counter.
Are you old Grunley?
This is my shop. Yeah, that's right. Had it for as long as I remember. Inherited off my old man, and I've ran it since. Basic leather armor looks to be in reasonable condition. I see a couple of scuffs there. Seen some use.
Yeah, it has.
Are you looking to buy anything, or are you just looking to get a few coin for it?
It depends. If my friends need anything from your store, I'm happy to trade it against whatever they need. Just sort of look back to the group.
Feel free to have a look around. I mean, be my guest. You have to excuse me if I don't follow you around too quickly. The legs aren't what they used to be, but if you see anything that takes your fancy, let me know.
Oh,
Celine's
dear,
gonna
thank you.
Do you
look
have
around.
any potions of health?
Yes, exactly.
Healy potions. Some of our
I've got-
guys like to fall over.
Have you ever bought a potion of health, Elkis?
No, I tend to touch myself.
And Alcus touches the rest of us as well, and then we're all happy and fine.
I have magic hands.
You know, every time you say that, it takes my brain a minute to just lock it. Oh yeah, no, we're okay. There is a moment I'm like, every time.
Touch myself.
Potions with arcane energy imbued in them are usually expensive.
Oh,
Yeah.
It can be.
So I have heard.
Maybe lesser potions.
you would know. You are our resident trading expert.
Got a
Me.
couple, I
Yes.
think.
No, me, Celine.
Yes.
And that
not
is
something
why
we get a
you
lot
have
in.
not.
It's not something we get a lot in, I'm afraid. From what I understand, they're not the easiest things to brew, and I don't think anyone in town makes them. I think we've just got a few left over from back before all this nonsense happened, and
So it's not like tea.
Well, you have your smaller potions, your greater potions. Depends on what you have. What do you
We've got-
have?
I've got a couple of basic healing potions, and then got one greater.
How much do they go for?
Let me see, and he starts
We're all
through
about to
this
get
old
naked.
This dusty,
We're all about to
dusty
start
tomb.
selling everything.
I'll trade my armor.
I'll give this splint for some potion.
You've got a really nice
Good at
breastplate.
knee.
How much for this
Touching
breastplate?
my furs.
Let's have a look here. So basic healing potions are 50 gold pieces each, and the greater one is 200.
I look at Elkis with
Standard.
trading expert.
It looks like you guys are gonna have to put up with some more touching.
Yeah.
I
it's fine.
can heal too. Like, I haven't done much of it, Elkis, but I do have the ability. I will try my best to take up some of the slack. And
Do you need
so.
to? Do you touch people to do it?
I do have to touch people to do it, yeah. That's
It's
why I've
wonderful.
kind of been withdrawn about it. I don't want to impose, but, you know.
But general steps is so smooth.
It's true.
Is-
General steps
I-
is like, yeah, I am.
Is there
Yeah.
anything else
What
I
are you
can
gonna
be
do?
help?
Wash
Is there
one.
anything else I can be helping you with while you're here? Is there any other?
No, why would you offer
pieces that
such
you're
a thing?
after?
Let them go, Longballs. Let them go.
Randomly, I've got some leather armor. How much you give me for that?
That's 2 sets of
okay?
leather armor.
Seems like it's in some use if you're putting it towards something. Say 8 gold pieces a set, 5 if you just want the coin.
We'll
No,
trade, I
we-
guess.
No one's particularly piping up that they need anything.
No?
Have we got enough food and crap?
Can we
We
put
do.
it towards
Plenty
a shit ton
of
of
bread.
rations, please?
We're good. We're good for that stuff, aren't we?
We have a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah. Can I
I
have,
can feed
6
us if we're
crabs,
out on the
please?
road.
Yeah, 6 craps.
I've got these
So wait.
toothpicks. Can I trade
Can
them
I
for
spend gold on the
blade armor?
items I will never track
Are
ever?
these toothpicks? Are these toothpicks for his gigantic teeth? So they're like this big, probably. Like,
It's a
How
steak
big?
to everyone else.
how
You know what,
tall
Gold?
are you?
Elkis is
You've got a pretty
4
big
foot.
head. Come on, gentle. Like,
I think we're
Hey,
good
that's a
guys.
lot.
Can we
I
just
think
sell
we're
it?
Yeah, we're good guys. Just sell your levers and
Yeah.
I'm
let's
keeping
go
mine.
have a pint.
We'll take
So-
10 gold for the 2 sets, and we can go to the inn or something and get some food before we head out and wait for this armor to be done.
sounds
Is that
good.
the plan?
If you're looking for healing and things in the future, and if you're looking to bring some tend to some wounds, the shrine, the temple in Finishindar, they offer clerical services and things for coin should you need it in an emergency.
I have to say,
Oh,
on
thank
timer, you're pretty optimistic this lot will see the future. Never mind require.
Trust me, we don't know how we're not already dead. In all
Don't
honesty.
get me wrong,
Stuck in the now.
I can see
Here.
I can see the benefit of having it,
Petty will.
the potion to use out and about. But if coin's a problem and you find yourself in dire straits, the temple might not be a
Well-
bad place to visit.
Thank you.
I've
for
had
the
to massage the
information.
life back into multiple members of the party a few times now.
He's very good at it.
My muscles are fantastic now.
I'm all right. I don't often get touched by anyone. The way I like it. Thank you. Unless it's Celine,
Alright.
that's a different question.
Huh.
What?
Just selling these 2 leathers then, is it?
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
please.
you.
Yeah.
Wait,
All right.
can I sell my old armor?
You could.
Yeah.
Do I?
That
I don't
chain
need-
armor, I thought you've just left the blacksmiths to come to the general store.
I thought I was dragging it with me.
Oh, yeah.
We might be done buying stuff by the break, but we might.
I can. What is it? Is it chainmail?
Yes.
Yes.
Heavy armor, chainmail, 55 pounds of it.
It's not really something I specialize in, but I can give you
Look,
55 gold pieces for that.
55. Ouch! I paid 75 for it, but okay, it's used a bit. That's not too
Second hand, it's got blood
Holes
stains and
all
rust
over it.
and.
Oh,
bad. Hey, I
It's,
cleaned it the other day.
Please don't take offense to this, miss, but it
Of
looks
course,
like it's been
I'm
through a
only
war.
kidding.
That's
It's
fine.
fine.
65 for the lot. We'll take it. Let's go.
Yep. Let's get back to
Perfect.
Murph.
Thank you. And I shoved the armor, which I
Pile
did
of armor.
clean. But it's still.
You can clean it. It's still been stabbed,
I know.
smashed,
Doesn't
and
matter.
worn.
Shh. Don't ask questions.
Did
Yes,
it
yes, I'll
clean
take
the
the
holes
55.
away?
Thank you.
Don't ask questions. I'm the DM. I'll ask questions.
Just give me the gold.
So it's 30 gold for the chain now. No. So you leave behind your chainmail and 2 sets of leather, and you are given, I think, what was it, 55 for the chain and
Yeah.
5 each for these. So you are 65 gold pieces richer
So
than you
you
entered.
each have 5 then, and I'll hold on to the 55.
Oh,
because-
okay. Yeah.
Because we're separate. Or do you want to pull everything into the group? 'Cause
I'm
I can
just
pull
gonna
into the
put
group.
mine into the treasury.
I'll put mine into the treasury as well then. So we have.
Yeah, just put the 65 into the group funds.
I've already put 50 in.
Yes.
Is there
Thank
anything
you.
else? Is there anything else this old dwarf can help you with before you're on your journey?
Side
You've
quest.
been
Now,
very kind and very helpful.
Is there anything
Payers,
out?
goddammit!
Is there anything out there that you need killing that you'd be willing to pay for?
I ventured out these city limits in some time. I wouldn't know what's out there, to be honest.
nothing.
Also,
As
you
yet
seem
is-
I
like
don't know either.
No,
you
it's
seem
the
far
correct
too
answer.
sweet to have any like enemies or anything like that. Like I'm low-key in love with you. Not gonna lie.
Can we go to the bar,
Nice
please?
of you to
I'm very
say.
cold with no armor.
It's
on.
fine. You're very sweet.
Yeah, she's swanning around in just undergarments, like a fur jacket. It's like no, nothing.
Veil is freezing.
You're fine. You're
I'm not. I'm
fine.
feeling very vulnerable.
You've still got
You
your
have
cold weather
fur.
furs and stuff.
Aren't you
You've still got your cold weather.
Aren't you a snow leopard?
Yes.
Yeah, you are a snow. That doesn't
I
make
am
her immune to
feeling-
cold.
very vulnerable right now.
Okay, that's different. Yeah.
Vulnerable, fair, cold, not.
All right.
They're 2 very different things.
Let's
Okay.
go to the pub
Back.
and get ourselves some food and drink, and then we carry on.
If
that
there's any
sound-
more, if you find yourself in need of anything in the future, you
Yes,
come
yes,
into some
yes.
coin. You know where we are.
We do indeed, and thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Eight
out.
NPCs
Leave,
for you, and you just
leave,
dismiss them.
leave.
Swear down.
You call that dismissing?
Can
We're
we
being
roll?
all loving and stuff. We usually just tell the NPCs off like, okay, bye.
25-minute dismiss? You're lucky your
This is
time.
like the
This lot didn't
sweetest-
interrogate you.
Can we now roleplay every drink in the
Where
bar?
is she? Just like shaking this guy.
Where are they?
Where are they?
I'm Batman.
Darby.
Blind.
Batman and Robin.
My mum's name is Martha.
I
Is
want to
it?
go to the bar
It's
for,
genuine.
for an hour and 15 minutes until this armor is done.
Yes.
Can we roleplay it in real time?
No.
My God, no.
Why
I
change
will
the
lose the will
habit
to
of a
live,
lifetime?
let alone AD.
I lost it 12 sessions ago.
only if we do combat in real time. You've got 6 seconds for all of you to act.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that. I'm all
Damn.
over that.
Damn.
Simultaneous. Let's go. All right. So if you guys don't have anything of note, if it's just downtime stuff, I'll say you are you sort of pass the time in whichever way you see fit until the armor is ready. You can, if there is nothing specific you'd like to do.
We need a montage.
Just tavern, drink, maybe some food, then pick up armor.
Fantastic.
Yep, cool.
Sounds
There is
good.
a brief there's a brief lunch montage that happens in someone else's campaign, and you find yourself back at a blacksmith. And yeah, you pick up the armor. It's the dwarf. He looks fairly smug with himself. He's like, we thought we wouldn't have it done, but say 2 hours, easy done. Should fit you well. Hands over.
Thank you so much.
Do you need help
Gonna-
getting your tail into it?
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh.
Dress myself.
I thought he was talking to me.
As the only one here with a tail.
Hey, what?
Right, you guys are now equipped, or Vale is now fully equipped with studded leather.
Awesome.
It's probably hitting towards early afternoon. You have sort of that weird twilight, pseudo daylight sort of creeping over. The snow's kind of glistening. It brightens up a little bit. Like the wind dies down. It's as clear of a day as you've had in some time. You don't feel like you're walking into the wind or being battered by snow and ice, and you've just got kind of that nice soft top layer of snow, and you kind of crunch through as you walk, and there's just kind of a few moments of noticing actually when it has its moments of beauty in the towns, and the actual the Dale itself is quite scenic when you're not battling for your life.
Time to move out.
Yeah, let's go.
I think so.
Feels like so long
Okay.
ago.
Let's be off.
So you head back the way you came, towards the lake. Who is leading the way? What's
Me,
the plan? How are you
at
getting there?
100 miles an hour.
Cool. You spend probably takes best part of a couple of hours. You follow the route described to you by Imdra, Captain Imdra, and you head back to the lake, and kind of you see the lake disappearing into the distance back towards Keir Koenig. Beyond that, you can see kind of the faint outline of the cairn, kind of silhouetted up against the clouds and towering up. And you bear right, and you follow just off the lake, so rather than on the ice, on the snowy embankment, follow it for maybe 2.5 hours. And before too long, you spot some stuff. Bear with me.
Traders, yay!
Bad.
We fight them.
35 goblin.
Whatever it is, we fight them.
Small
an
child.
A2 notebook for initiative tracking. Bear with me a second. I had to go back and have a look at what that breastplate was called, because you don't write anything down.
Of course not. Why would players do this?
We've
Makes your
written it
life
down,
easier.
We're just
It's
not telling
somewhere
you.
in here. It's somewhere in here.
Homebrew rule, not written down, don't exist.
You forget it. Yeah, I said this at the start. If you guys don't remember it and you haven't written it down, your character's forgot.
Or left it on a bench in a tavern.
Avalanche.
Being
I'm
robbed
gonna
by a
cover
goblin in the night.
So
So,
many post-it notes.
I have robbed nobody.
You're not in the
I've
night.
written down the
You-
directions to this place because I got nervous about writing down notes, so I have the directions.
This is good. I'm conditioning you.
We even have battles.
So,
Here we go. Go
around-
to Kaer Koenig.
As you approach, kind of as the embankment, it starts getting a bit rockier and starts to head into this kind of, not mountainous as such, but it's certainly kind of hilly, for lack of a better word. And you can see, as you've been walking, these kind of circular cutaways into the ice where people have been ice fishing, and you see in the distance a couple of dark figures out on the ice seemingly working. And you do spot a set of caves set up against the right hand side of the ice, where the lake almost, would it have been thawed is the word I'm looking for, thawed, it kind of flows in. It looks like the lake goes into the cave, and then there are a number of cave openings higher up on the range, frozen over, so kind of the ice glistens and then disappears into the darkness.
Gentle steps. I think my stealth days are over now. I've got my nice new armor.
Yes, that's the reason.
Yeah.
Can you all make perception checks for me as you approach the area?
No.
Oh, wow.
5.
Perception. 14.
5. Gentle Steps has fallen asleep.
25 minutes ago.
14.
You are the Travis of this group, aren't you? Shopping episode, I'm out.
You're lucky I logged in.
17.
7.
14.
14.
17.
On a 17, as you kind of stop and just kind of you kind of stretch your calves a little bit and just catch your breath, you catch a scent. It's kind of this kind of spiced, warming food smell, like fresh cooked meat. Smells like the best stew or soup you've probably smelled in some time.
Something smells suspiciously good out here.
And it's coming from the cave.
And yet is cook.
I don't think so.
Those
I highly
who
doubt
rolled- Those who've rolled above a 10, once it's pointed out, you guys kind of catch it as well. The other two, not a chance.
Yeah, I can smell that.
Smells like some really nice homebrewed stew.
Food.
Like,
Is
bearing
it-
in mind, you guys are, well, 4 of you are freezing cold, and the food you've had up till recently has been mixed, should we say? And this is like, it takes you back to Celine, like when you were around the campfire with the old crowd, and you just got to kill us, giant game or beast that's been spit roasted for the group. For Vale, it takes you better times when you see his face in the corner. You can Vale take it kind of reminds you of like when times were better and meat and supplies were better and kind of people and
When the people
Elkis.
were better. When I was in better
takes
company.
you back to when you had home cooking from your mentor and food would be prepared and served. It's just kind of that mum's home cooking is kind of the vibe you're getting from that.
What about Batman's mum?
Mum?
Martha?
Stuart?
Well, accurate, yeah.
My mum carried me around in her mouth until I could leave the den. So
Yeah, but we're playing D&D, so keep it to yourself, Ray, alright?
Things you have to resist saying because you know you're on the internet.
But my character.
my role play.
So as you're
I'm the kitty
looking
cat.
as you look at this range of cave entrances, there is 4. 3, the first 3 are off ground level. They're scattered at various heights along the cliff face, and then what would have been the lake flowing into the cave is now just a sheet of ice that then disappears at ground level into the darkness.
Well, I want to see what this smell is.
What smell?
Do we?
Uh,
Can you not smell that?
rubbing
Smells amazing.
rubbing snow on my face.
is your nose blocked,
Bit
General
hot there?
Steps?
Smells incredible.
I am
Is the
hot.
smell specifically coming from the lower cave entrance?
The smell
Hard
lines.
to tell. It's just kind
Okay.
of yeah. You smell something. You don't really go. Oh yeah, it's
Where is it coming from?
It's from the cave network.
Can I approach the entrance of the lowest cave and sneak?
Sneak, Vale, sneak.
Oh yeah, I'll sneak.
Stealth.
There might be.
Well, I had the
Might
idea
be-
just yelling out hello in a friendly way and seeing if they react, if they reply hello back, or if they go
I hide.
silent.
Yeah, no, I'm going
They-
to stealth to the entrance of the cave.
they
and
Investigate weird disappearances. Hello.
Any of you disappeared?
They might be Hannibals. They might.
Can we have some stew?
Might
they
be
might
animals.
What's the plan, guys?
I want to sneak up to the cave entrance as close as I can and see if I can smell anything from in there and hear anything.
Make a
I'm
stealth
gonna
check,
hide.
I will
followed by
Sneaky
a perception
sneaks.
check.
I'll go with them.
You
I'll
can do the
stay
same,
here.
please. Stealth followed by perception for me.
Stealth is
What
16
did
plus
Elkis
6.
just say?
I shall stay here.
Oh,
I
Stealth
fire
is-
a crossbow.
Stealth is 22
Okay.
and perception is 17.
Okay. So, Mr. Steps.
Stealth is 24.
Steps.
Perception is 10.
Okay,
Mr.
so
Steps.
as you enter the cave, you start to kind of pick up on the scent as well. It kind of reminds you of the, the big tribal feast that you would have had in better times when supplies were plenty and food was plenty, and the elders would prepare these big grand dinners for the folk. It gets stronger, not drastically stronger. It's slightly stronger as you approach the cave, and it's pretty safe to assume it's coming from within. The entrance to this cave is maybe 10, 15 foot wide. You are now on the frozen water, and it is gingerly, it's slippery underfoot. It's not the most sure surface, and you are walking on the frozen lake. On your perception checks, you can see the tunnel kind of continues for maybe 80 feet or so, and then starts diminishing into darkness.
I'm just going to turn to Gentle Steps and say, shall we go a bit further?
Why not?
Can you... How's your vision in the dark?
Obsolete.
Yeah, thought so. I'll go first.
But my other senses are almost
heightened. Cat-like.
Almost,
So
did you say almost cat-like? I did not accepting that.
I did indeed. So, as you guys enter, it's quite claustrophobic. The ceilings are very high. You're talking 50, 60 foot above, and it's just like this icy, encrusted walls, and there's small gaps in the rock formations above where kind of these beams of light come in and it bounces off the ice, and it's kind of this almost like sparkling, refracting, almost like kaleidoscope effect as you're kind of walking in. And as you enter the cave proper, the wind kind of catches and howls without, and it's disorientating. You've got kind of the slippery floor, the bouncing of the light, and this wind howling past, which kind of, you catch that sort of wind chill as you enter. And as you enter a little bit further in, you maybe head 20, 30 feet in, and you see towards the end of this tunnel area, it veers around to the left, and it appears to be initially you think it's just kind of like a brick wall, a wall that you can't. Then you realize it's actually a waterfall that's completely frozen, and it kind of there's a entry point up. The waterfall, it looks about 10 foot. 10 foot from your level to this base top of this waterfall, and the water is just kind of this jagged stalactites and icicles coming down, and then continues.
Ready?
The other three, you see those two disappear into the dark. About 30 seconds pass.
Do we, do you think we should carry on or go and get the rest of them? I don't know if it's wise going further without them.
Game of cards?
Yes. We should go get them.
Wasn't a yes/no question.
You knew, though. You knew what I meant.
Should we get the others? All do this? Yes. The most gentle steps answer.
So while Vale goes and gets the others, I'll be like...
Shimmy in.
Let's get the
So,
others.
what's the plan? What are we doing?
We need to recon.
I'm
If we
gonna-
get the others, before we go anywhere, Vale. If we get the others, we have to be very careful that they are aware this is a recon. We are just getting information, not shouting hello, not allowing Elkis
I know that.
out of the house.
You don't have to tell me that. We'll make sure they know.
We may have
We'll
to
go and
kill
wave-
folk.
We'll go and wave them over, and then we'll just have a quick hands in the middle before
Are
we
you-
go in the cave.
Are you happy killing these folk if they try to stop us or are aggressive towards us just because we are trespassing?
Which folk? The people that
The people
might
here.
be in the cave? I don't think... I would like to avoid killing them.
Well, we've
I
not
don't-
battered an eyelid so far, so I just want to make sure. I
No, I
have
know,
no
I'm-
issue with killing anyone. I just want to make sure.
I know
that-
you don't, but I watched you get in a fight with a Yeti and didn't step in. So my view to killing is obviously a bit different to yours.
Which is why I'm asking.
I would
Another
like to
30
avoid...
seconds or so pass, and you still don't see any sight or any noise or any signs of your two friends who've entered the cave.
Do
If
we
we
go
have to
after
defend
them?
ourselves, Gentle Steps, we have to defend
Give them a
ourselves.
minute.
But
good.
we don't need to go in all guns
They'll be
blazing.
fine.
I think Gentle Steps will be mad if I follow.
Yes, he would. Let's just stay
Yeah.
here and play game
Okay.
cards.
Let's go and wave them over.
Okay.
Have you got a king?
So you
No.
you can go fetch. You all
Oh.
heading in. You
Go
fetching
fetch.
everyone and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Go
before we
fish.
go in, we'll just say at the entrance of the cave, we need to be quiet, and we also don't need to kill whatever we come across because this is a recon mission.
Laughs in splint armor.
Yeah. Laughs in new armor.
If they feel
Okay, so
threatened, we can
you
just try to pull
guys-
back.
You guys are at the mouth of this cave. The wind is kind of hammering down. You have this kind of kaleidoscopic effect, and you look into the darkness, wondering what is in there. And we will take a tea break.
Cool.
Yay!
So,
Have
thank
we
you
gathered-
for those on the stream. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to go top up the old brews, and yeah, we will be back shortly.
Pistachios!
Pistachios! Break time.
Oh yeah, I can change the.
Dates and pistachios.
Howdo, welcome
Yeah,
back. We're playing Icewind, Rime the Frost Maiden, Dungeons and Dragons 5th Ed. This is Heavyweight Gaming. We are all beautiful people. You are lovely geeks. Thank you for watching. Over to you, Rob.
Jesus,
sweet
that
like
was
it.
Yellow.
AD
That
wants
was-
to get going.
that was an intro, wasn't it?
Sort your music out.
Yeah, welcome. Some
Sort your life out, Rob.
there's some music. Yeah, welcome back, everyone. So the group have taken up a contract, a bit of sort of favor for a favor, if they were to investigate a series of disruptions and disappearings and sled dogs going missing around the shore of Lake Dennickshire, around East Haven. They would be rewarded with access to the information the guards are collecting around East Haven, around rumored Duragar presence, and access all areas effectively down the line should they need it. Group accepted, directed to the coast, and after a less than brief shopping excursion, found themselves in the mouth of a frozen over lakeside cave, where the smell of something warm, delicious, stew or soup or something is
Bovril.
wafting through. Bovril.
Bovril.
The sweet
The smell of
sense of
warm
Bovril
Bovril.
is wafting through, and they find themselves in the mouth of the cave, slippy underfoot, the light sort of filtering in where it can, and the wind chill hitting them as the wind kind of bounces down this narrow but tall tunnel. And that's where we'll drop in. So guys, you are in the mouth of this tunnel.
We're all back together.
You are all together. If you wish to continue being quiet, I am going to need the new arrivals of Celine, Ardry, and Elkis to make me stealth checks.
Yep.
Yeah.
May the gods have mercy on your soul.
We have one re-roll. I know we might not want it for a stealth check.
You do
but
not
we
have. There is not enough rerolls for Elkis in the world. Let's be honest. You're at disadvantage, Elkis.
There he is.
Yeah, one went on the floor, but the other one is in that 20.
We're not going to look at the one on the floor.
Reroll that and get a 1, please.
17.
That's pretty good. Just
With disadvantage,
Just,
that is amazing.
Yes.
That new
Oh.
armor.
It's just,
What am I
16.
Just Celine and Adri now. We need to get that once.
I got 16, thank you very much.
Might as well
so
win that.
Your breastplate. We may as well look at it while we're here. You do not have disadvantage on stealth checks, Celine.
Yeah, I don't.
It does
Okay.
it does give you. It gives you 14 AC. What's your dex modifier?
+2.
Okay, so you will have 16 AC with the breastplate equipped.
Okay.
And if your dex goes up, you can never benefit from more than 2 points of dex on your armor.
It's still that leaves me in the same armor class. I'm still 16. Haven't moved anything.
Okay, what were you? Yeah, but but this is medium, not heavy. So you've basically you're at the same AC. You just don't have disadvantage on stealth anymore.
Cool. Okay.
And
So
you know
it
when
was
dragons are
13.
right
I got
next to you.
11 and 2. 13.
I may house rule that and extend that because I do agree with you. It's quite short.
But, oh, look! A dragon!
Hey, 120 foot in a cave.
120 feet. I'd hope that I'd know if there
Suddenly
was
feel
dragon.
warm and tingly and like I'd like
An
open up my
ancient
shirt and it's
Audrey.
glowing.
dragon will breathe
Audrey,
fire off
Pure line of
120 feet. Like, it's there.
Okay, so you all make your way fairly quiet. Even Elkis, Celine, you notice that actually this new armor doesn't make anywhere near as much noise. Fantastic. And you all kind of hold your breath and look worriedly at Elkis, but no, he's walking on ice in jingle jangle wind chime armor, and it's oddly quiet. The rustle of the howl of the wind.
Well, now you've cursed it.
Muffles a lot of the
Damn it.
sound, which helps. And you make your way to the end of this tunnel.
I think the blacksmith oiled it.
Towards the end of this tunnel, where you are confronted with, it opens out to maybe a 10-15 foot wide. You're at the base of a waterfall, and the waterfall, frozen in place, kind of frozen in time, extends about 10 foot above you.
Is that waterfall made of bricks?
I hate you. It's a
Not
brick wall
necessarily.
made of waterfall. We've had this conversation.
Can we see through the waterfall? Is it
What was
too
what
thick for that?
The worst one I've said recently is it's water that's what was it? It's like ice. It's like frozen water.
We had bambles the other night. I
Bambles.
still enjoyed
Bambles.
Bumbles.
Those hedges and bambles.
Anyway, let's not get sidetracked like we keep doing.
Frozen
Lady's falling
waterfall
asleep.
cave, cold.
Is the waterfall opaque? Can we see through it all?
Make a perception check.
Woo, I'm so perceptive. I'm quite perceptive. Wow. Not so much. 16.
That was a roller coaster.
You.
I thought I had some
Can't
plus.
take that.
Wait, not really. Okay.
I thought I had some plus points, but nothing.
So there does appear to be kind of rocks and outcroppings at the base of the waterfall, and you can kind of see these shadows and items behind the ice, and where the water's frozen over. And as you kind of move around, for a second, does seem to be there's a glint and kind of an outline of something behind the ice within the rocks or next to the rocks. You can't quite see what it is. You kind of wipe the ice to try and see, but it's too cloudy, unfortunately. There's something there, but you're not quite sure what.
I think there's something here, guys.
Is it moving?
I don't think so. Unless
Are
I move my
you
head.
sure?
Well, if I move my head, it shines in different ways.
It's not your reflection, is it? If it's your reflection, I'll kiss. I'm gonna bop you.
I was gonna stab him, but
Hey,
yeah.
no,
nothing
oh
works.
wait, no, it's just me. It's just me.
Would you really question that from Elvis, though? Like, come on.
As you were.
I'm just gonna take a look real quick at the armor and see if it's glowing, and I don't think it is. So
You're not
No
glowing.
dragons.
Just-
with-
Titties.
good. We good.
Right, for the sake of, I'm going to retcon that, and I'm going to increase it to 600 feet.
So is it glowing now?
It is not, but make a note.
Okay.
600 feet. Okay.
Make a note. The breastplate is effective to 600 feet.
I can
Fuck, quote of Celine going, nope.
Just looking down, like we good.
All
Carry
the
on.
for enemies.
and my boobies glowing. It's not me. I know what I look like. I'm the green person with the pink hair. It's shining back there.
Okay.
Tiny.
So is someone gonna smash open the ice, or are we just gonna leave it?
Warhammer out.
Because
We're
the
not
only reason
No.
why we're in here is because you guys smelt stew.
No,
But,
the
like,
reason we're in here is because we
the
agreed
smell
to
can't-
gather information about this place.
Well,
No.
About
Smashing-
the stew, about the smell of
The
stew.
stew is just
Recon.
a bolt on. We're here for recon.
But, am I smashing the ice or not?
No.
Dinner,
No.
dinner
Hammer
and
down.
recon. Make a day of it.
It's
Do
my
it,
Let's
Elkis,
smash
sternest-
the
do it.
ice. Because
my sternest
logically,
teacher voice.
Can I
No.
check what Elkis is trying to point out in the ice?
smells
Yeah, make
cannot come through a wall of ice. Sense cannot come through.
There
Something
is a-
is wrong.
There is
There's
an open at the
something
top.
back
Like it's
there.
literally just like a 10-foot step up to the top of this waterfall carried
You
on.
can't
Make
hammer
a
a
perception
smell.
check, general steps.
So
Can't
there's
smash
something
a
above
smell.
the wall. Okay.
So basically, as you're looking at it, you're looking at this big 15-foot wall of ice, and if you look up, you can see there's an opening, and it carries on. It's just
Okay.
at the top of the waterfall.
So smell is
21.
coming from there.
But there's something behind there.
21. You can see, Mr. Gentle Steps, what appears to be
Elkis.
some sort of
Small
either
green
weapon,
creature. A weapon.
something. It appears to be a handle of some sort. You can't quite see what's the end of it. It seems to be a wooden handle that then disappears behind rocks, and what appears to be either a wrap or a bag or a pack of some sorts. That again is behind these like at the base of these rocks behind the ice.
Can we yeet the small one who has a lot of armor into this, so will it break?
Can I please get out
I
a
look
torch?
at the warhammer and the great axe.
No, no.
and the
Can I
fire.
get out? Can I get out a torch and light it and hold it near the bottom of the waterfall, please?
Don't you know how
Make
waterfalls
a dex-
work?
Make a dexterity check for me, please.
I'll tell everyone
What do you see,
what's
What do you see, Gentle Steps?
on. Equipment.
Ca-
Loot.
is
One
it-
sec. One second. Let me just get this roll, please.
14. No,
14.
15. Sorry, plus 4.
As you're trying to light it, it kind of catches, but as the wind is cascading down here, as you light it and hold it up, it flickers and then blows out, and you try and light it again, and you're battling against this. The wind is just howling, and it's kind of this omnipresent noise. It kind of as you're talking to it muffles a little bit the sound, and yeah, you're finding it really hard to keep a flame.
Can I have a human
Is-
windshield, please?
I look at Elkis.
An
what are you
Eldritch
doing,
Blast.
I try. I lift up my cloak.
I stand behind Elkis.
Is there a gap behind
Yeah.
the waterfall? Or is it embedded inside the ice?
It's
It
kind of
looks like the remains of somebody.
it's embedded.
A miner, an
Celine has a
explorer.
huge cloak on. She'll stand over because the cloak is massive and for around. So
It's somebody who
Spot-
died long ago and is frozen in the ice.
It could be someone that's missing. They could have.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
They could have gem.
They could be
Gems.
missing. Let's assume they're missing and we get them out the ice.
Okay,
Are
so
they
you
now
guys
found?
are going to be a human
No,
human
but
shield,
we
so
have-
they can melt it.
Gentle Steps.
You,
We have been asked to take back anything that we might, that we've been asked to prove that these people are dead. They're not
You want the
known
loot, don't
dead
you?
yet.
Just be honest.
Shall
you
I
want the
smash
loot.
that?
I just want to look, yeah. But
Shall,
You just want the loot. You know that person's got a silver coin. You
One of you's got an excuse of being a loot goblin. The other three.
shall I smash the ice?
no.
You've been told many times. We're saying no.
We are trying to do this
Just
on, like not hidden. If you melt the ice, other things may break. If you smash the ice, other things may break. How about we just tell them we found a dead person?
Or we could look inside, see if there's not scary, and if there's nothing scary, on the way out we smash the ice.
But is it a
Or-
person? Did you see a body?
I didn't see a body. I could just see the pack and maybe the handle of a weapon or some such.
It might be a new Warhammer.
It might
Might
be
be a new great
wooden
axe.
stick. Nobody replaces
I
Sebastian.
say we melt the ice.
Your wily ways
Yep.
don't work on me there.
It
Melt
might be
the
a
ice.
monster that's going to come and eat us.
There's a
I'm-
point here. I don't know if any of you ever tried to
monster.
melt a frozen lake. Just
We're
to
not getting into that.
throw that.
We're not getting into that.
Just gonna throw that out there.
We have ice.
That
we
one
have
bored
little,
winter morning.
I
we have
am not.
ice picks with us, so we can just like chisel away as far as we can. If it takes too long, we'll stop.
Yeah, I am not the sharpest banana, but if you try melting the waterfall, more is going to fall on top of it.
Who is Elkis?
What is Elkis? How is Elkis?
How does one Elkis?
If you're not the sharpest banana, you're insinuating there is a sharpest banana. Who is this mystical being you've met that is the sharpest banana?
So basically, we're leaving all of this alone, yeah?
I'm with that.
I'm going to turn around and start walking out the cave.
I don't
I
believe
say we
it's
melt it.
important. You can't
Why are we going
melt
outside the
a
cave?
waterfall.
Can we climb the waterfall?
Give it a go.
Yeah, is it like sheer vertical, or is it?
It's not sheer. It's kind of you've got.
How?
You've
Sorry,
got
is it 10
bits
foot?
of yeah, it's 10 foot high. So,
10 foot?
so it's not.
Yeah, lift up
Yeah, I
Elkis.
said-
Come on.
I said 10 foot.
Oh, yeah, let's just eat him up there.
Just
10
eat
foot.
Elkis
It's not
up
a waterfall.
while
Or is there a
everybody's
line?
chatting.
So anything less than 7 foot's not a waterfall.
It's a water trip. That's what that is.
Not policing
Slide,
waterfalls.
water slide.
Gentle
Elkis
Steps
up
could
there.
literally just lift himself up that.
Guys, I will just to point out it is ice. It's not going to be, it's 10 foot, but it would require a concerted effort to try and climb it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
gentle
trivial.
steps, lift Elkis up
6
via the
foot,
bum
yeah.
and just.
I'm aware of how tall you are.
How tall
Gentle
are you?
steps.
How tall are you, Elkis?
I am a very, very tall for my size.
That
Dizzying heights of.
Tall for my size. I'm heavy for my weight.
3'8".
That almost makes 10 foot with 6 foot. Some maths there for you all.
I think you're fine.
Would you like to yeet me up there, Gentle Steps?
Why would we
You
eat the
don't need to- you
loudest
don't-
one up
You
there?
don't need
No.
to. He's just using his eyes. Take your split armor off.
It's cold.
Get
No,
out.
just
Right.
You're well strung.
That doesn't make
can-
you quiet, Elkis. I don't want you to take it off. Oh,
Oh my god, this is fantastic.
I'm gonna just look at gentle steps and put a hand on his
you're
arm and
well
just boost me up, will you, real quick?
You're
Well,
well
You,
strong. that doesn't
you
make
all haven't
you quiet.
you all haven't realised this yet, but the big evil bad guy of the campaign is Elkish. Just no one's realised yet.
I
Just the
realise.
inside
That's
man.
why
Do you know
I
what?
put gold off
That
it.
sounds about right.
Whilst Elkis is working it out,
He's there to
I will-
slowly
I will,
erode your,
I will
erode your
that-
will to
I
live.
will boost
That is
Celine.
racist.
Boost me up. Okay, I'm gonna actually, before you boost me up, I'm just gonna grab my ice picks and everything just so I can latch onto the ice up there, so I can, in case I fall.
Okay,
So
so
he
you
boosts me up,
boosted
I
up
can see all
Celine.
over. Yeah.
Celine, I need a athletics check with advantage, please.
Oh dear.
I'm just going to chill the outside of the cave, keep an eye out for people.
22.
You mean the thing I can't feel?
22.
Gonna chill.
So, Gentle Steps does the whole back against the wall, squats down, hand there, ready, lifts up, and you put ice picks at the top, and you pull
More
yourself
picks.
up. Under reach, up they go. You pull yourself up, the new sort of more mobile armor, you kind of roll at the top and kind of pick yourself up off the ice. At this point now, the cave kind of veers to the left, and what little light was coming from the entrance, you are in near pitch darkness.
Thankfully, I can see
You
the
are-
dark.
Darkness.
You can see in low light. You need low light vision lets you see better in low light. It doesn't make you can see in pitch black. You need it lets you
I
see
have
better
dark
in the
vision.
dark.
So dark vision is not it?
Dark vision allows you to see better,
Yeah.
but you still need some sort of light source. Like it lets
Okay,
you
well
see.
I do. I have a torch, a
boobs.
small torch.
You have your boobs.
If there's a
Aside from
dragon
that, yeah,
nearby, she could
she's
just-
gonna stop a second and look down again just in case, or shits and giggles. Be like, okay, no, that's
You
fine.
moved 10 feet, Celine.
Yeah.
Little did we know
Just
there
straight
was a
up.
dragon
Paranoia.
608 feet away.
So, Celine, you're at the top. Everyone else is at the bottom.
I'm just gonna light my
Does Celine have
my torch.
Gen-
I do have
Gentle
a torch.
Steps, does Celine have a rope?
Yes, I do. I do.
I just struggled to light a torch. I don't know how you'll get on, Celine. It might be less windy up there.
You're gonna try and light a torch up top and a dex check.
Okay.
What's the rest of you doing?
Ooh,
Praying.
Getting ready to run at Gentle Steps to get boosted.
20.
You don't need to
Unnatural.
run.
20. Yeah, you
Dirty.
it's difficult, but you manage to light it and kind of you get it at the right angle against your body and put yourself in the way. It's it's struggling, but it is lit, and it does cast a bit of a glow around the area. And you can see immediately around you, Celine, the tunnel continues, probably for another 60 feet before it appears to go under, appears to be like a stone path, like an overpass, like a bridge, like a naturally formed bridge.
Is there like wind coming towards me from this tunnel, like directly?
There is,
or...
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the wind coming through, and then almost immediately to your right, the
dragon.
ice. Yeah.
Just sleeping away, having a great time.
The ice stops, and it turns like a natural rock path that seems to go up further into the cave. So you're basically at a T-junction. You've got one way that's kind of a rocky climb, and then the rest of the frozen river continues towards this bridge.
She'll look down and report back what she sees. You have 2 paths. Choose wisely. Anyone want to come up here?
Nope.
Nobody?
I'm at the cave entrance, so
I can't reach.
You can.
Vale, why don't you go scout ahead? I'll need to remain here to boost the smaller people up. I'll look at everyone.
Okay. I may also need a boost though, if you don't mind, Gentle
As long as you don't
Does
mind.
Vale have claws that she can like wrap into the ice as well?
I do
or-
have feline
Yes.
agility. I can.
Narratively, yes. Mechanically, no.
You're one of them.
Otherwise she gets 9 lives and can fall from great heights completely fine.
I'll aid Vale getting up the.
Yeah, the dragon's wearing anti-warding armor.
Also known as
Does not
the
identify as a
Dragon's
dragon.
armor lights up when someone else's armor's lighting up.
for the chat, that was in our private chat, by the way.
I
So
know,
that's the
but
reason why it made no sense at that moment.
Oh, but it's good.
The dragon's
Right,
wearing armor
make
that
a-
does not identify as dragon.
Make an athletics check with advantage because Gentle Steps is helping you up.
Okay. Oh, first one was a 19. Second one was a 13. 19.
Yeah, no problem. So
Lower
again,
a
agile
rope.
mountaineerist, cat-like reflexes, and you almost barely need the boost. It's just kind of like a bit of a step, and then you pull yourself up, and you can see Celine sort of sheltering behind this torch, and you two can see the frozen river at this point continues deep into the cave, and then there's kind of this windy, almost like rough-hewn, like natural steps. It looks like it'd be a pretty arduous climb.
They're
but doable.
gentle.
They're not.
Don't
We've
trust
got
them.
some,
They're
some
ungentle steps.
ungentle steps up here. Is he your brother?
Indeed.
Could
Do
be
you
a
have a
cousin.
brother?
It's his long lost cousin, yeah. Ungentle steps.
Ungentle
My
slope.
brother's a spiral.
Tricky spiral.
Uncle staircase.
Eight. Brooklyn.
This is why you're only level 3.
I'm picturing this. I can picture this. Why?
Broke the party.
Look, we're a very deep family, okay? So-
Just an emergency broadcast tone on Twitter. Just,
Deep as in like deep steps.
Can you see in the dark?
Pale
Can you see in the dark?
a little bit. She's a cat, of course you can.
I have dark vision, yeah.
Between the torch and your two low light vision, you can see reasonably well. It's not perfect, but you've got about 60 foot of vision.
And what
Should
do I
I-
see?
That's not bad. 60 feet. We can
60
see that
feet.
far.
Oh,
What do
my
you see?
post-it notes just fell in the dog water bowl.
Oh,
There goes today's notes.
damn it.
This is why you have no idea how many goals you
This
had.
is the teacher. My dog ate my homework scenario, so.
I am a teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
My dog.
Sorry, I
Which
didn't
is
mark your
why
exams.
Sarah-
My dog ate your exam paper.
Sorry, students, no grades for you all. The dog ate.
Yeah, dog ate them. Oh dear. Okay,
God.
right.
Plot twist galore.
Right, so we see
Good
some
dice.
steps in front of us.
Yes.
Okay.
And below you.
I'm
Boosted you up.
I'm trying so hard.
What do you see? What do you see?
Steps.
With your feline
What would
eyes.
your tabaxi eyes see?
You see steps is down here.
Oh, my face hurts.
I was waiting for that one.
Your face hurts. What?
Ow,
There's no dragons, but there are some steps.
It's still down here.
I killed Elkis. I don't know
Done.
how.
Don't have to roll for it, just done. Cannon. Just pick him up and just off the rock.
I'll take you on.
I'll try Celine's job. An idea. Just smash him against the ice. Oh shit, it's working.
Right, so what's cracking?
Hopefully not the ice.
Should we come up?
Yes, please.
Come on up.
Gentle Steps, will you help me?
Yes.
You'll make an athletics check with just straight roll. Your arm is disadvantage, the boost is advantage, just straight roll.
It's not disadvantage on athletics, it's disadvantage on stealth.
Athletics is strength based. You're thinking of acrobatics for Dex.
It's not disadvantage in either of them according to D&D Beyond. It's up to you, your DM.
Straight roll.
Okay.
Make the roll.
Stubbornness. Right there. I've called it, I'm sticking to it. I don't care.
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10
All
for trying.
You all make sense. No other DM would call that, but I'm sticking to me guns.
Did you say athletics, sorry?
Yeah.
12.
Fuck it, I'll move
Okay,
out.
nope, that's, you find your way up. It's a little bit of a scramble and it's different, but you with the
I'll
boost.
I'll lean down and help.
I stand on his hands, I stand on his shoulder, I stand on his mohawk.
I'll leave my tail down hanging for Elkis to grab onto.
You've got it's just like to the side.
I just done that with him.
Just post it, like slam dunk him through. Just
Put him on your palm and go. "Bing."
right, yeah, him. Elkis, you are up top as well, and you can see the same as what the other two can see.
Cool, I unhook my warhammer and my shield.
Oh, good. Recon.
After all this time, I'm kind of gonna guess that no one's actually coming out of the cave, so I'm gonna go back in and go, what the fuck are you doing?
You see the three of them up top, and Gentle Steps looking with a slightly wop-sided mohawk.
Trying to put it back.
Happened to your hair?
Some hair products are just bad for you.
Elkis.
Goblin testing. Should be.
Because you're worth it.
Goblin feet.
Tested on goblins.
Wash them wet.
My hair's lovely.
What are you doing?
Yeah, the hair is lovely.
Come on, we need to join him, Andrew. Are you okay if I pick you up? I may have to cup you.
You cup away, Gentle Steps.
Are we
It
still
is
live?
probably
Have we been shut down?
it is probably the most action I have seen in a while, so go
You
for
are-
it.
Athletics check with advantage, please.
Thank God for that advantage.
Wow, yeah.
It's gone
Yeah,
up from 4 to
we
6.
do have
Hey, 20, non-natural.
Yep.
Yeah,
you
not
are with
Don't you?
you, for a moment, like you lose, like you fail to grab, you fail to get grip on the ice, but kind of as you fall back, the bracing from behind, and you get butt cheek pushed back up over the edge, and you find yourself up top.
Fantastic.
Let me know
Now
what you
it-
find.
Are you not joining us? I say from like over the edge.
Do you need me to?
You're the quiet
If
one.
it's possible.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You're
Ah,
the
reach
only
down.
quiet one out of all of us.
Can I actually have a look?
Come.
What? What? Can't just make demands like that in the middle of a cave. Rob, can I?
Come by.
Come on, Gentle Steps.
I
Right,
don't-
shut up. Let him talk.
Can
Let
I
him talk.
actually see if there is a path that just leads up there to what?
Make a pressure check.
Natural
That's
20,
where-
so 22.
Where?
I've got to go. Natural 20.
No, there isn't.
I knew it. I knew that was gonna.
I had to
You spend a
check.
few
I
seconds.
had to check.
You see the artistic beauty of the light cascading from the sky, bouncing off, and you see everything just a moment, and there's just nope. There's no path.
I reach down to offer my hand to Gentle Steps.
I climb up next to her.
Such a good hand.
Make an athletics
Slam.
check for me, please. Gentle Steps. Straight roll.
I was
Good
trying to
hand.
assist.
Can I
was.
try and scoop him with my tail?
Or why don't we
What'd you
just
roll?
put one of the ice picks into the ice and throw a rope down?
He's
Athletics.
already made the roll, guys. But yeah, what'd you roll?
23.
Yeah, you.
Oh, yeah, you're
jump
fine.
and just kind of just muscle up, like not a problem.
Macho.
Just that-
Tickets to the gun
Macho,
shows. It's just a
macho man.
straight. It's just a straight pull up. Like not even trying.
And then I
all up to the top.
I thank Elkis for offering his hand.
Aww.
In front of you guys, you find yourselves
I didn't propose.
a fork in the wall, a fork in the road.
A fork in the wall.
frozen. Well, technically, yeah.
What a fuck on the table.
Fork on the wall.
What a fuck on the table. What a fuck on the wall.
The river continues, probably from past what you can see. It disappears into the darkness, and just at the point where your darkness is vanishing, you can see at a higher level, maybe 15, 20 feet above you, kind of an arc, it's like basically a natural form bridge where the rock kind of creates a path between two cave entrances above you, crossing above, and the river flows underneath it. And then to your immediate right, where you are, is this like 2 flights of really crudely carved stairs. It's really narrow. It's maybe 5-10 feet wide, and the walls go either side, and it goes into the rock rather than following the path of the river.
Don't look at Zoom. Just push through.
I pick up the fork.
I'm going left.
So left would be continuing down the river.
And the right is to the...
Up the stone. It's kind of like a stone passageway.
Don't you want to check out the steps, gentle steps?
I've checked them. I'm not related. I'll go further to the right. Ignore the... I just assume it's going to be frozen further down. So I'll follow the actual stone tunneling area on the right.
Okay. So you step off the ice onto solid ground again.
The 3 immature women.
Yes, we do. We move forward. For you, this is you're a fairly large character.
It has been said.
There's not a lot of space, and the path is quite an aggressive incline. It's rubble and it's fairly hard going. But you would be able to make your way up. Are you just heading up there? Are you quiet? Are you?
I'm quiet. I'm stepping
Make a stealth check
gently.
for me. As we are, roll to step gently.
19.
Okay. We've actually broken Hannah and Ange like completely. Just Ange.exe is stopped working.
I'm fine, and then I'll look at Ange, and then she's laughing, and then I'll calm down again, and then I'll
Don't
look
blame
at
other
me, and
people
then
for your shit willpower. So,
I was laughing at Hannah's face that she was trying not to.
as you head up this staircase, you climb over the rubble. There's a few moments where kind of your foot gives way and rocks tumble behind, but you keep quiet for the most part. And the cave opens up into a chamber. Now, do you have dark vision?
No.
I do.
As the cave starts opening up,
Can I hear anything?
Make a perception check.
Other than us shitting our pants in the background?
20.
No.
Unnatural.
20. You can hear almost like a soft scraping noise. Almost like something scraping or moving against something else. Not quite as harsh as rock against rock, but that sort of thing. There's definitely something moving within the chamber.
I'll signal for the rest of them to stop. And then
I'm still at the bottom.
Well, I signal to them. And wave Vale over.
If you're heading up there, Vale, can you have a stealth
Yeah.
check from you if you're doing it quietly, please?
Yeah, you can. 7 plus 6, 13.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way up, and you get level with gentle steps, and you look into this cavern. You're low light. You see you see the cavern open up, but you would need a torch or a light source to be able to. It's even with low light vision, it's pitch black in this cavern. Your vision, you kind of see the rough outline. You can see it open up into maybe 40, 50 foot across, maybe 30 foot deep. But there's a few sort of shadowy details and sort of items on the floor. There seems to be things in the chamber, but you're just getting very, very a feel for it without any.
Can you hear this? Can you hear that, Vale? And I'll point out the scraping.
Make a perception check for me, Vale, please.
12 plus 4, 16.
you hear that sort of scraping, and there's definitely movement. It seems to be coming from the immediate left as you go into the chamber. And as you kind of, both of you kind of just listen out for a few moments, it doesn't seem to be moving, getting closer or further away. It seems to be static.
Is it like a slow, like a scraping along something, or is it just like a rubbing?
It's not steady. It's not rhythmic. It's quite random. It's almost like something's moving against something. Like a rock moving against a rock, but without the harshness. It doesn't sound like stone, but it's that sort of grinding. And
how's the smell now? Is it stronger?
It's stronger, but in this area, you still smell that kind of spice food scent and kind of that, oh, that smells really good, you know. But it's kind of mixed with this potency of like metallic-y iron sort of smell in the air, and that kind of early stage of decay, kind of spoiled meat sort of smell.
Okay. I'll wait for him to put his headset back on. Gentle steps. Do you think it's worth lighting a torch now or getting the others to come up?
How far away are the others, Rob?
They will be.
I'm bottom at steps.
And remember, I have a torch that's already
still.
The base of this, you guys have headed about 80 foot up the tunnel.
Get the others. It's too far for them to run if it kicks off.
Okay. I'll just shuffle back so they can see me and wave them and sort of hold a cat toe bean to my lips, as in quietly.
I'm gonna wave at her and point at my torch and say, or no. Okay, so I'll keep the torch on and we'll
make stealth. Who's making? So you're keeping the torch lit, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I said okay, so I'm keeping it lit, yeah.
Any of you making any attempt to be quiet as you head up?
I'll attempt it. On an 11.
Stealth checks.
I'll try, yeah.
11.
Like 11.
That's actually close down now, just saying.
12.
Celine?
19.
Okay. As you pull level, the torch starts casting its shadow into the cavern. And it kind of takes you aback a little bit. The cavern is littered with stained bones. There is the dark blue, long, dry, congealed sight of blood on the majority of the floor. The bones they're not clean. There's scraps of flesh, meat, across the majority of the floor. Appears to be from a variety of different sizes and sources. There are no complete skeletons.
They're like humanoid.
Make a perception check.
Can I help?
In fact, make an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Oh, thanks.
You don't need to see them. You can see them. You're trying to see if you understand what they might be.
That's fine. Just intelligence or insight or I don't know.
Intelligence, please.
Okay.
But no, an insight check. Let's make an insight. No, not insight. Investigation check. That's the one. Yeah.
Can I help with that?
How?
Just be looking with them and pointing out things with my keen eyes.
I got 17 straight.
No. 17 straight. You're pretty reasonable with this sort of stuff, Elkis. The first thing that catches it's knucklehead trout. There's a few of the fish skeletons. There's a few of the spines, like the kind of the fish bones, typical look of that. There seems to be bones of small animals and birds, and then there does appear to be human remains as well. There's scraps of clothing, a few pieces of hide, what appears to be a couple of rusted bits of metal interspersed with everything.
I'm gonna whisper to the others, don't.
More importantly, what you see in this chamber appears to be the only complete set of bones, and kind of hunched over against the corner of the room appears to be a large skeletal form partially encased in ice that is slowly just kind of moving in place and the occasional move, which is what's creating the scraping sound of bone against bone. And you're talking, this creature's 10, 12 foot high. Seems to be a full skeleton. Looks like a skeletal remains of a creature, of a humanoid creature around 10 to 12 foot high.
Does it look like it's moving with the wind?
Not really. It looks like it's moving under its own volition. It just seems partially restrained by the ice and just kind of moving like ambiently, basically.
Nonchalantly.
Like swaying.
Yeah, just occasionally moving and shifting.
Looks
Don't
big.
eat stew, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know of any, aside from giants and everything, anything that's bigger? Any creatures?
Make a intelligence check.
You know it's
We
bad
have-
when you roll the dice like, can I get away with that being a
I don't have my
7?
I don't have my glasses on, so I'm just like, what is it?
It's definitely a 7.
That's my intelligence.
Is symbol good?
13.
You look at you're a native.
Yep.
It's consistent with the size and scale of a giant.
I'm going to whisper to Elkis and say, do you have any way of telling if that is undead?
Good idea.
As I have seen you do before in this campaign.
A skeleton that's moving of its own.
I clutch
I
my
mean-
holy,
It might
my
be
holy
like-
earring, and I cast
Nipple
Divine
piercing.
Sense. Yep. I
Hey,
cast.
remind me, Divine
60
Sense.
It
you
is
can
60
tell.
feet. Celestial fiend or undead that is not behind total cover.
It is undead.
What did you discover?
Now we
Helkis?
have it confirmed, right?
The skeleton
And
moving
you can
by
see
itself.
like this.
It's undead.
It appears to be long
thorough,
since skeletalized. There doesn't appear to be any kind of what skeletalized, what flesh or tissue, like soft tissues are almost like mummified. There's like dark patches of long dried muscle and like parts of ligaments that cling to the bone, and what very few pieces of items are on it. You can see loosely hanging from the wrist a very tarnished bangle on both wrists, like braces, and it's just kind of moving in place and seems inert.
Veiled, that moving skeleton that's not moving with the wind. I think it's undead.
Thank
You don't
you
think,
for
you know it's-
confirming.
You flat out know it's undead with your check.
I don't think it's undead. I flat out know it's undead.
I hate you so much.
At least we have it confirmed that it's not like on strings or anything. It's
Can I-
definitely undead.
Can I go
Undead,
hit?
undead.
Can I go hit it now?
Maybe not wake it up if it's.
I kind of need to kill it
Why? It's already dead.
because
Wine.
Because logic.
I think that is what's taking the people.
What? It's
It's
encased in ice, Elkis.
But there's
So it looks
people on
like
the
something.
there's people on the floor.
There's fish on the floor.
There's people too.
I think Elkis, it used to take people, but something stronger than it took it down from the looks of it. But if you want to get rid of it fully,
Did
Can
we-
by
I-
all means.
Did we notice it was wearing bangles? Did you say?
Just looks like old, like armored braces that have,
Okay.
as the flesh is rotted away, they just kind of hang loosely on the form.
Do the braces looking better, Nick, than they should do for something that's dead?
Roll a perception check.
I'm going to have a look.
Are you going up to it and having a look? Or
Yeah,
just
and I rolled an art 20 again, so that's 22.
Okay, so
On a different dice. Both.
So
So
you
bardic
step-
inspirations.
you step into the chamber, and
Hashtag sponsored.
there's kind of like the crunch underfoot as a few of the bones give way under your footsteps, and it's a little bit, probably not to you, but it's a little bit like you're realizing you're stepping on remains. It's that sort of acknowledgement, and it's this, a fair amount of dried gore and scraps. And as you approach this creature, you have a look. You kind of, and the braces themselves, they appear nice, like well crafted. They look old. They don't look maintained.
Do they look?
What did you roll?
22.
What did you roll?
Nat 20, 22. Not that
Oh, nat
high.
20.
Yeah, not that it counts. But
You
you know what I mean.
They're huge. They're big, but you notice there is engravings on them. They look very well made, just old and abandoned basically, but they look usable and
Engraved with language or just patterns and such?
engraved with what language or script? What language did you speak?
Giant. That's the only one I assume is relevant. Primordial.
Do you speak Giant? Yeah.
Yeah, it's default for Goliath.
You recognize a ancient arcane language. It appears to be some sort of enchantment or magic effect on the braces.
Any of it relevant to a name?
New. It appears to be a arcane script that was written or engraved onto the items to give them an enchantment.
Or remove them carefully.
We are going to roll initiative.
You wouldn't let me smack it.
Thanks.
As you step over and as your hand goes out, the creature just kind of snaps to attention, and kind of the lower jaw is just missing entirely in this just completely vacant skull. There's no signs of life. There's no eyes. There's no lights. And it just silently swings towards you and starts pulling against the ice that's encased around it.
So close.
I got one.
Ow. Ouch. Are those the ducky dice? Damn it.
It's going in jail.
Dice jail.
In its bathtub.
Good. That's cute.
Like that. Just give me a second. I just need to add you all to the. I've only got 2 of you in the combat tracker for some strange reason.
I'm not using a
There we
reroll for
go.
initiative.
Do we need to be on
ridiculous.
roll 20?
Yes.
What?
Right.
Roll 20 for the
Oh,
combat.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to move over to roll 20 now. Hopefully this has worked really well to those at home.
Ooh, you can see stuff.
Yay.
I can't.
Look at that amazing artwork.
Who did that?
Oh,
This is part of the module you can buy on roll
Oh my
20.
god, this looks so. Look at the little thingies.
Oh, the artwork. Let's zoom into this. You see these little tokens, kids? This was done by our very own. Hey, oh, I broke it. There we go. Our very own Elkis. Don't know how big these are. Oh, sweet. Jesus!
So, for the sake of argument, I'm going to assume that in his infinite wisdom, what view am I on?
Rob, you
I'm
need to
on- yes.
right-click them tokens.
Yep.
Oh, not right-click. You select the settings of the token. You can give control to us. Otherwise, you'll have to move everything. So when you click on them, there should be a little settings cog.
Yep.
If you click on it, on the left-hand side, it'll say something like "controlled by" or.
That is not playing ball.
No, so you have to have the players have control by them. They have to be assigned to character sheets, which we then control.
Yeah, you need character sheets on it.
So
For the
Rob's gonna
sake
have
of
to-
it,
We'll do that after. You can control them for now.
we'll sort it.
Yeah.
We'll sort it
Cool.
another time. Yeah. So you guys can see all 5 of you, right? Though,
Yep.
Yeah.
and people not.
Oops.
Some people are just twats.
Yeah, accurate. So gentle steps. I'm going to say you just stroll straight in, right?
Yep.
What the is that?
Give me a
Nice.
second. I'm just. So you walk in. Why have you all disappeared? Can you see yourselves? Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's fine. I need to have a look at Twitch because I can't see what I can see. Sorry, technical
You can't
issue.
see what you can see.
I can see the GM view, which isn't what you guys can see. So I'm just wanting to make sure
Yeah, no, we can see what you
Everything's
revealed
fine.
to us. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
just want to see what you guys can see at least once, just so I can have at
We
least.
can see
frame
our
of reference.
tokens and the giant.
We can
Cool.
see up to about here. This corner.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I can see it now. That's brilliant. Okay, cool. So, what was the initiatives, please?
Who do you want
19.
19 for Celine. Gentle Steps.
first? 17.
17. Elkis.
2.
Excellent. Vale.
14.
14. And Adri.
9.
9.
I'm a spellcaster, it's fine.
Okay. So,
Said no good spellcaster ever.
Name me a good spellcaster, just saying.
do you know Memento?
1.
You've got the perfect warlock. The weapons and supplies.
Don't get me sued for copyright. Just sing about pies.
Oh.
Shit's going down.
So, as you guys step in, you see this creature start pulling against the ice, and it just silently swings its head over towards Gentle Steps. As it starts straining against, you get the feeling it's not going to take too much before it manages to free itself. Celine, what are you doing?
All right, I am going to. 1 second, let me just get back on. What the hell?
Jesus, that's scary.
I didn't equip my new weapon yet. Let me just do an attack with my scimitars.
So you're running in, hitting it?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do it on DnD5e.
So you run up next to Gentle Steps there.
First one.
Yep, roll to hit.
Yep. 9.
That was it. That was
9
18
to
to
hit.
hit. 18 to hit it was.
It was 18 to hit.
Okay, that will hit. Roll
Yeah.
damage for me, please.
9.
9 points of damage. Okay,
Yeah.
so as you swing in, as this creature's pulling against the ice, just silently, and you just wham, and you take a chunk, you see part of the bone just splinter off and ping across the canvas, off the cave floor, and there's no response, there's no flinching, there's no noise, and it just continues pulling. You swing with the other hand
So yeah, 9.
to hit.
Yep.
That unfortunately misses, and as you swing, you actually hit part of the ice, and the blade just clangs off to the side. Anything else?
I haven't learned learn how to use my superiority dice yet, so I cannot.
So when you basically, when you've made a successful
Bless you.
hit, you can then do them. So it's,
Sorry.
so when you land your first hit, you can then choose to spend a superiority dice for one of the things that we spoke about, one of those
Yeah.
extra things you can do.
I'm looking for them right
What
now.
I
so
will
they're written
do
down.
as well
Yeah.
is I will between now and next session, I'll make you a quick little reference card as well if you want.
Yep, that would be cool.
So you've got that there then.
I do
Cool.
have them like written down. I just don't know what they were, but I'll find them in a second. I'm just going to stay
You can
where.
move away, or you can-
Where is he standing? Okay, so people can still attack. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. All right. Gentle Steps. You're up. Vale, you're on deck.
Is there space to move around the back? Over those little blue
Here
lines?
they are. I found them. They're
You
down
just
here.
be able to squeeze around you.
Then I would like to put myself in an advantageous position.
You are in a position of advantage.
Right.
Sebastian or Steve or whatever you've called the axe.
Sebastian is...
Sebastian.
I'll keep Sebastian away for now. And I'll go in with the tomahawk and bowie knife.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
So tomahawk, advantage. Nice. Shocking. With advantage, I rolled a 3 and a 4. I'm not even going to add up to it.
I won't waste your time.
And then with the bowie knife with advantage, please be better. I rolled a 6 and a 2. Holy shit.
Nope. As the flurry of blows go in, and you're not used to fighting stuff like this. Normally with your bowie knife, you're used to like slipping it under a rib or going for soft tissue or the neck. Because there isn't any, you're struggling to kind of work out the best way of attacking it, and unfortunately, you don't do anything.
I can feel
Vale.
Sebastian judging me.
You're up. Adri, you're on deck.
I would like to move in. Where am I? So if I go in a straight right on the Roll20 map, 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So that's it. And then I'm going to shoot with my longbow, please.
Yep, arrow back. Boing. Roll tip.
14 plus 8, so 22.
Hits. Yeah.
And then
Arrow
damage.
flies true, glances past Celine, and embeds itself into kind of the collarbone area.
So 6 piercing, and then I also get a D4 onto that psychic damage because of my Fey Wanderer. I think that's the thing. Yeah, Dreadful Strikes. When you hit a creature with a weapon, you can deal an extra 1d4 psychic damage to the target. Yeah, because of my Dreadful Strikes. So.
Oh. You did 1d4.
That's a 2, so 10
Extra
in total.
2.
I think that was. No,
All right.
8 in total. Yes.
So the arrow hits, and then the arrow just kind of silently just kind of explodes into this plume of black smoke as it envelops, and just the arrow disappears from sight. Audrey, you're up. Elkish, you're on deck.
I would like to cast Shatter on him, please. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I'll be
Yes.
Shatter.
Are you sure you want to cast Shatter?
Yes, because it's a 10-foot radius sphere. Now, that
he
character...
is a 10-foot radius sphere.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So I
Yeah.
know that I'm not going to hit any of my allies.
So for me, that's a con saving throw, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What's your spell DC?
13.
Nat 1. Doesn't matter. That's a nat 1.
Wow, fantastic. Now I need
3d8
to
thunder
roll
damage.
3d8.
I have disadvantage on the.
That is
oh, no.
22 points of thunder damage, please.
Nice.
Thank
So
you.
you turn around, the eyes ignite with the blue, and yeah, just the ground around it, and just like you just see this shower of just ice and debris, and the bones just kind of rise, like just explode from under it, and the ground it just pings off. You guys get your hands in front of your face, and you can hear it bouncing and raining down around you. Boom. How many points of damage, please?
22.
Nice.
Thank you. I was 2 points off getting max damage.
Okay.
Uh,
Where are you standing, Audrey? Because where you fired that from, you don't have line of sight. Where do you want to move to?
I'll literally move to the other side of Elk, which just gives me line of sight, and I don't have to move
Yep.
like overly far.
Also, how much better is it with battle music?
Oh, so
yeah.
good. So
Everyone's
good.
like, quick, quick, quick.
I would like to move out to the right-hand side of the cavern, as far as I can go, spread out, but within 30 feet of the giant.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Before I get there,
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm going to cast Bane on it.
cast what? Sorry,
Bane.
Bane.
Charisma saving throw.
Bane, baby, Bane.
Charisma.
Martha
I don't
says
think this will have.
hello.
I don't think this will have a good charisma modifier.
That's what I was hoping.
I rolled a 9, so that's a 6.
Oh, Jesus.
It fails.
A charisma score of 5.
Up to 1 minute, and that is any attack rolls or saving throws it makes. It must roll a d4 and subtract that from the total.
There's concentration
Okay.
as well for Elkis.
It is concentration. What have I got in bonus? And bonus action. Bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith. Oh no, I can't do that. Sorry, it's concentration. Strike that. I think that's me actually. Maybe it was a concentration as well. Yeah, that's me for now.
Okay.
Can I hide?
Where are you hiding in this open chamber?
In plain
No, it's fine.
sight.
I'm done. Behind my shield.
Sight.
Behind my shield.
You can see the creature try and pull itself against the ice around it. And it successfully breaks free. Rise as you guys are stabbing into it, and arrows and shatter spells and all the rest of it. You see the ice give way, and the creature rises up from its seated position to its full height, and you're looking at about 18, 20 feet at full height. It towers above all of you.
One of us are gonna die.
Turns round at who's hurt at the most, probably Ardry. It turns around at Ardry, and this kind of low, this low kind of red glow just emanates from the eyes as it locks eyes with you. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Con save. That's 10.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't have 10 dice, so I'm gonna have to roll these a lot. I'm gonna use an online one.
We're level
What?
3.
What?
Oh. How much HP do you have?
Who's your next character, Andrew?
Answer the
How much
question.
HP do you have?
21.
You take 23 points of damage, and you fall unconscious. You're not dead, but you do fall unconscious of cold damage. Which you are resistant. No, you're resistant to environmental cold damage, not aggressive cold damage. Yeah, you take 23 points of cold damage.
I'm resistant to aggressive cold damage.
Can I spare
and you
the
would-
dying
and
on
you would-
myself?
Nope. And you would have been paralyzed to your next turn, but you're unconscious, so
Use the
you're
reroll.
unconscious. On your con save.
I'm using that fucking reroll.
I'll allow it this time, but in future, if you're going to reroll a save, it's before you know what the effect is.
Fair.
But for this one, you can do it. What'd you roll?
Natural 20.
Oh wow. Shit.
Okay, you do not take 23 points of cold damage. You take no points of cold.
Andrew comes back up.
Oh, not even half.
Am I?
Oh god, I'm gonna throw up.
Cheers, Ruffworx.
Single-handedly
Thank you.
saved an entire character.
Okay.
Damn.
That's the creature. It is Celine.
Yeah. All right. Now
You
that
do
I've
see
found
the
my
red
shit.
glow in the red glow in the eye sockets does subside.
Great. First thing I'm gonna do is, let's see. I'm gonna cast Rally on Adri. I wasn't gonna attack the creature. Screw that. 1 second.
10d6.
So I rolled the D8 for a Rally, right? It's one of the superiority die, yeah.
Let me have a look.
Yep. So yeah, it is. So 6 plus
Yeah,
1,
don't-
7.
So I'm just reminding myself what
Yeah.
Rally does. Give me a moment.
Rally at bonus action spend.
On your
one
turn,
superiority
yes,
die.
your bone.
Yeah.
You what did you roll then? Sorry,
A 7. So I rolled a 6
your
plus
charisma?
1, 7. So it says
7. So you
plus
can
1.
give
Yeah.
you can give 7 temporary hit points to anyone you can see.
To Adri.
Adri, you have plus 7 temporary hit points.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank
babe.
God.
And that was your bonus action, Celine. You still have your action and movement,
Yeah.
so you can still make a single strike.
So yeah, I'm gonna do trip attack.
Okay, so you
That's
would
another
need
die.
to hit. So first you make your attack
Yep.
with that. So trip attack you use after a successful hit. And keep a track for me how many of these superiority die you have and how many of you all that stuff.
Yeah. Crap. First one's gonna miss 4 and 5. 9 is the first one.
You only get one attack because you use your bonus action to
Okay.
rally. So you use your action to swing, your bonus action to rally, rather than using the other hand.
Yeah. Can I use my action surge?
You may,
Excellent.
which then resets your action, so you can then
Attack.
take
Yeah.
another action.
$11. Shit.
Unfortunately, that does not. You swing, and you kind of up to its thigh at this point.
This is
You
new
s-
dice too.
You swing, the sword bites in, and you kind of just bounces off the thigh, and it doesn't seem to take any interest in you whatsoever.
All right. Well, at least she's safe.
But the rallying cry goes out, and Ardry, your resolve is strengthened. Celine shouting pep talk over the fight. Gentle steps. You're up. Vale, you're on deck.
Yeah.
Good douche.
Tomahawk with advantage. That's better. 19 plus summer.
That hits.
I got advantage on it, so I get a sneak attack. So that's 3, 7. That was shit. 15 points of slash.
Yep. Bites, and you see more as you're like hammering into the back of the knee joint. You just see part of the bone just chip away as you strike in, and just this groove missing.
Bowie knife comes in.
Yep.
Fuck you. Hang on, I'll check that. It's low. 13.
Misses.
Yep.
So knife
We're not
goes
having
in.
a good day, are we now?
as it turns around, your blade misses. Vale, you're up. Ardra on deck.
I'd like to do the same again, please. Shoot.
Yeah. Thwang.
Twang.
As a question,
Yeah.
is there any reason you're not using your bonus action to put Hunter's Mark on?
Yes.
Okay.
Saving
did you
spell slots
forgot?
for healing. No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've only
Alright.
got three,
I was
three
just-
spells.
You've got a healing word.
Clever move.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
remind you in case
No,
you've forgotten.
I know. I've only got 3 spell slots and I have Cure Wounds. And by the
Oh,
way,
that's fine. As long as you're aware of it. That's all I was checking.
Cure wounds
No, I
is
know,
an
it's
action.
I know it's an action, but I don't want to use my spell slots.
It's Hunter's
saving
Mark
the
as
Hunter's
spell
well.
Mark.
Hunter's Mark's a
Mark
bonus.
is... No, but it's Hunter's Mark a cantrip or a spell slot.
No, it's a spell slot. I don't
It's
have
a
cantrip.
spell.
I'm a ranger.
It's a first level spell.
It's a first level spell.
Okay,
I've
yeah,
got it as
that's
well.
fair.
It's
Fair
a
enough.
spell. It's a slotted spell, and I've only got 3 slots. That is a 19 plus 8, 27 to hit.
That will absolutely hit.
7 plus. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. 7 plus 4, so 11 damage, and then the extra d4 is a 2, so 13 damage in total. 2 is psychic.
Cool. As you blast into it, you can see kind of it stutters almost, like it's not moving with the same vigor and enthusiasm it once had, but it's still very much active and still very much in play. At the end of your turn, Vale.
I'd like to take a step diagonally up to the left, so I'm next to Adri.
Done.
Thank you.
Adri, you're up. Elkis, you're next.
I would like to cast Armor of Agathie at 2nd level, please.
Oh, Agathis. So all the ice and kind of the chipped part of the ice kind of just swirl around you and form this kind of shimmering ice wall around your armor.
Fantastic. That gives me an extra 10 temporary hit points and melee damage. If they do that, they get
Splashback.
10,
Anything with your
10
bonus
points.
Anything with your bonus action or movement?
Let me quickly just double check. Bonus action. No.
Okay.
But I would like to attempt to hide, even if I'm only lightly obscured, with Mask of the Wild.
You could move over to there and try and hide.
Actually,
Oh,
no,
what's Mask of
because
the Wild do? Does Mask of the Wild just allow you to hide anywhere, or?
yeah, pretty much. But actually, no. Now that I think about it, no, because Vale's going to need that assist on someone within range of her. So I'm going to stay where I am.
Well, you're a wood elf, aren't you?
I don't need
No,
it.
Yes,
yes,
you
yes, I
can.
am.
Yeah.
You can attempt to hide when you are lightly obscured. So you need to be kind of hidden behind either plant material, rain, falling snow. Some
Okay,
sort
that's
of
good to know.
if you've got light natural cover, you can try and just hide and blend in with it.
Okay, cool. But I'm going to stay exactly where I am. I'm good. Go next.
Copy
There's
that. Elkis.
nothing else that I can do.
I'm going to move 15 foot north. I'm not in flanking there, am I?
You are not.
I'm going to use Divine, my Channel Divinity to cast Vow of Enmity, which isn't a spell, it's
Okay.
just Channel Divinity. It gives me advantage
Paladin.
against...
Paladin thing.
Yep. Gives me advantage against him for a minute, I think. So, yeah, that'll do me. And I'm gonna smack this thing upside its head.
You're not going to reach its head. I assure you of that.
I'm
might
gonna
just
smack
reach
this
a
thing up.
boss.
I'm gonna smack this thing upside the knee.
I don't know if you're going to reach its knee.
Just take an arrow and stab it in the knee.
That would be a 21.
That hits.
Where's my D8 gun? That is 10 smashy damage.
10 smashy damage. 10 smashy damage.
He's
As you
undead as well,
swing-
isn't he? Sorry.
Yeah, it is.
So I am going to do the thing. Divine Smite and Fury of the Small.
Yeah, go for it.
So that's 10 smashy damage, 3 extra for Fury of the Small, 13, and
So,
is it 3d8 because he's undead? Yeah.
what's your total damage for everything?
Right, so that's
10 from smashy.
10 smashy, 3 Fury of the Small, and 1 sec.
13.
3, 8. Oh, shit. 22 total.
Okay. You smash into this. The little bit of starlight from the sky above. Fury of the Small, the full rage of Paladin smashes in, and as you smash in, you see the bone starts to crack, and the crack kind of webs across. Unfortunately, it is not quite enough to bring it down, and the creature does turn towards Elkis and towards, who can it see, or who's hurt it?
All of us. I've been shooting it.
Unfortunately, I haven't heard
Yeah,
it in
but
the last round at all.
Yeah, it'll take a swing at Elkis and a swing at Gentle Steps as this great blade swings around as the arm just scrapes across the floor and wings it one towards each of you.
It's
So
still
the attack-
baned.
It
It
is
is still
Bane.
baned. The attack, what am I doing on Bane? You roll
Roll
a
a
d4.
d4. Roll a d4. Minus it.
Yeah, minus a d4. Yep.
Is that just per attack or just the first
Per
attack?
d20 roll, mate.
Yep.
So if you have 7
Per
attacks,
attack.
yeah, if you have 7 attacks, you're rolling it 7 taps.
Okay, so Elkis,
Yep.
that is a 2 minus 4. So
It chops its
that
own leg
hits.
off.
That doesn't do anything, and then as it in the same motion, it just carries on spinning around. The blade comes whistling towards Gentle Steps. That's not as good. So that's a 16 minus 1 plus 9. That's 24.
Shit.
Okay.
Ben seems like a little raindrop in an ocean now.
So that is. Oh Jesus. Oh, you poor bastard.
I mean,
Is it
talk about
Andrew
setting
poor
the
bastard
fucking
or is it
scene.
poor bastard?
You take 32 points of slashing damage
Ooh.
as a giant great axe swings across and just slams into your chest. And you just see Gentle Steps, just chest open up as he spirals through the air and just slams into the wall. And just falls unconscious.
Hang on.
You've got Stone's Endurance.
Stone's Endurance, as a reaction, reduced damage d12 plus 3. Where's my d12? Come on,
I rolled 3d12. I rolled 3d12 and rolled 2 11.
Oh,
Shit.
I was like, oh dear.
can you reduce that by 9 plus 3? 12.
You take 21 points of slashing
I'm
damage.
still up.
Gentle Steps goes around.
He still gets smashed, and he kind of this big cut opens across his chest. He spins around, but he stays on his feet. We're back around to Celine.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Come
Bring
on.
him down. He's weak at the neck.
I've softened him up for you.
I'm tanking this again.
First one, 11.
That will miss, unfortunately.
Switching dice.
Let's get the loaded one out.
Yeah. Only 20s.
First
the
swing
purple one's
sails
out.
past. Second swing on the backhand is a bonus action.
Bonus action? Sorry, I have
Yeah,
my
you-
2
you-
scimitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your action to swing, your bonus action to offhand swing.
To
roll-
offhand
roll-
swing? Yeah.
The roll to hit your second swing.
It was a 2 plus 5. 7.
I'm afraid not. It just glanced off the bone. You have a real hard time finding purchase.
Do you know what I mean?
I
Gentle
mean,
Steps. You kind of pick yourself off, just spit blood out of the floor. You're just blood down the chest. Like,
What the-
you're not feeling great, I imagine.
It's not like
Can I
That
move
stings.
at the end
Yes,
of
you
my
may.
turn? Yes.
Can if you want.
Fling me back somewhere.
You're gonna get
Where would you
in.
like to move to?
Oh,
Huh? Not
Where you
too
moving?
far. I want to kind of be. Who can I flank with? Can I flank with Elkis, or is he too far away?
You're currently
right,
flanking
stop,
with gentle
stop,
steps.
Stop. Ange, are you rolling
Yeah.
your attacks at advantage?
At advantage?
Yes, because you're flanking with gentle
Yeah,
steps.
you're flanking with gentle
No,
steps.
I haven't been
currently.
rolling
So
them
your
at
first
advantage.
attack missed. Now roll your second attack with advantage.
Yes. If you're opposite someone, you get advantage.
Yeah, I haven't been rolling because I didn't know I was at advantage. Yeah.
What's the highest?
Okay.
What's the highest? Of the two that you just rolled.
They're both an 8. 13.
Oh dear. It's armor class is 14. You missed by 1.
Four dice, Ange. 4 dice.
I'm good. Yeah. At this point, I'm just gonna switch to D&D
Whatever,
Beyond.
yeah.
Just
What dice you using? Use different
Both.
dice.
I'm just gonna go roll on D&D Beyond.
So,
Fuck this.
Gentle's turn, yeah? I'll
Yep.
call to Elkis. Stand next to Celine. Right? And then I'll roll with advantage
Because she's
on the
clearly
tomahawk.
like this, like.
With the tomahawk.
Yes.
17.
Hits.
Pass. Hit. 9 plus 13.
Misses.
No, that's the damage.
Oh, 13
Oh,
damage.
Haha.
And then
How are you finishing this thing
I
off?
am
Oh, thank God.
picking it right between the giant non-existing ghoulies.
Your head's probably at crotch height, to
Hang
be
on,
fair.
hang on.
Just punch it at
Headbutt
this
it.
point.
Smack.
I will attempt. I mean, this is obviously cinematic.
This is
It's
for narrative at this point.
Narrative. Mechanically, not a fucking chance. But narrative. I will, using my tomahawk, take out one of its legs so it drops to a knee.
Sure.
But then I will position myself to lay it to the floor respectfully.
Okay.
As it ceases to.
So you
speak.
swing round, and as
Be
you
animated.
basically the tomahawk kind of goes through the back of the knee, just the front of the knee just explodes between
And will-
Elkis
and
and
will whisper,
Salim,
"Be at rest, my cousin."
and as it drops to this knee, and you
Yeah.
can kind of just see there's almost this, as it starts turning its head towards you, it just kind of this blank, empty skull, and it just collapses into the ground, and the bones scatter across the floor.
I will remain on a knee at his side for a moment.
And that is where we will pick up next week.
Shit.
Or you say you're out of initiative. That would be much nicer.
Yeah,
You're out of initiative. We'll pick back up last week.
We are
You
out of initiative.
I think we need a nap next week.
Okay, so that is where we will leave things in the cave, see where we go from here. You are
Back
out
out
of breath.
the cave, mate. We're done.
You've got
Recon achieved.
Yeah.
Don't go in there, dude.
you after the adrenaline kind of filters from your system a little bit, and you catch your breath. It goes quiet once more, and you can still smell the sweet smell of cooked meats from further within the cave.
Long pig.
And we will pick up right here in the cave next week as Gentle Steps repairs whatever health he doesn't have left.
She was not worth this.
Again. Speedy wrap
Oh,
up
massive.
because we are over 11. Thank you so much for the raid, so much for watching along with us. We shall try and maintain schedule continuity. It's a really cool campaign. You can go find it on D&D Beyond, buy the books, Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, they're all there. It'll give you everything you need to play online with your mates, especially if your social click spread out across the country or countries. Thank you very
When
much.
can they find us next? Are we next Friday or Friday after?
Next Friday. If this lot are available, including myself, we will continue every Friday. Is what I shall try to do now that full-time work settled, etc., etc. You can go check us out if you look under the stream. There's Discord, there's Twitter, there's Facebook, there's Twitch itself, there's YouTube. Catch up on YouTube, catch up on Twitch. The VODs are there for 60 days. Before they go anywhere, and we stick them on YouTube so they're there forever. We've got lots of other stories and adventures going on with lots of different groups of people. So take your pick and enjoy yourselves. Tomorrow we will be playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, so tune in and carry on with that. thank you very much. We love you all. Thank you very much to Rob for GMing once again. Thank you very much to the party for spending 45 minutes shopping. And yeah, so Rob, say bye-bye to everyone.
Yeah, for those who haven't, thank you very much for the raid. Thank you for viewing, guys. If you want to chuck us a follow, it's greatly appreciated. And yeah, tune in, see what we've got in the schedule. We've got plenty of stuff happening throughout the week. Hope to see you all again next Friday.
Bye.
Bye.